Okay, here we are again. Check on something real quick. Okay. It says live, that's good. Yep, okay. Alright, so wait a few minutes and then we'll get started with this crazy train that we rolling on. We'll see where it ends up at the end of the line. Because as an important philosopher in Final Fantasy VII with a gun arm once said, there ain't no getting off this train we on till we reach the end of the line. And we'll see if we can make it 2 for 2. My family's theory is that the landscaping company that mows the lawn next to this window that I'm sitting at may have went away for Memorial Day weekend, which is distinctly possible. So we may be off the hook this weekend. We may not. We will find out. Because if we're not off the hook this weekend, they're either going to come in to mow the grass today or tomorrow. Ideally, it'll be tomorrow, but if it's not tomorrow, it's probably going to be today, and we'll be hearing that for an hour. Still, I'm optimistic. We'll see if it all pans out or not. I'm also optimistic because I think tomorrow is the last day that false copyright claim on the title theme for Fallout 4 is in dispute. So once tomorrow rolls around, I should be able to see if they rule in favor of getting the copyright claim removed, or if they rule in favor of the claimant who doesn't own the rights to it. And once I find that out, I can just play the title screen music whenever, because then I can just file against them and from now until the end of the stream. So then we don't have to sit here in silence for the first 5 minutes and catch echoes of my father's television set upstairs the whole time. Oh man, okay. In any case, we'll go to the title screen. We'll get ourselves all ready and set. And then we will go. I'll take a drink, but I'll take a drink slowly. Really savor every droplet of water. Like I'm a jumping spider in one of those Japanese videos where they put the water droplets on their heads. I got another one of those in my recommended feed this morning. They're silly, just in general. Hey Marie, how you doing? Welcome back. Good afternoon, yes. Excellum is at it again. Oh good lord, what did he do now? You can tell me while I boot up, and then I will react once we've booted up. So the key to all of this has been threading the needle. We have locked at least 3 of the 4 factions in this, and to put it bluntly, Charlotte's Web. And I'm not sure which thread will lead to me falling off to my death and which thread will lead to me making mistakes that I didn't intend to make. Hopefully today we'll be able to answer some of those questions. I mean, to be fair, I asked a question last time and it was answered, so maybe it'll go just as well this time. We'll see. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Fallout 4, the stream edition. My boy is here with me because last time found out that my son has cancer because the Institute meddled with his DNA too much and then didn't find a cure for cancer. So this time Well, we're working with the Brotherhood at the moment, but I don't know if I trust them with all the tech, so we'll have to see how that goes.
You're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxson told you about it?
Basically nothing. He's kept it mostly secretive, other than that it's very important. He called Dr. Lee a golden goose, after all.
He seems to feel it's pretty important.
Important is an understatement. We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. I hope it's worth it. Come on. It's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxson and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting.
What, no aerial defenses? Probably have some, but probably not enough to prevent something from popping a hole in it. Seriously?
This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime.
What in the hell is Liberty Prime?
Weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Fortunately,
you guys built a giant Assaultron?
I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing them back together.
Okay.
You think that was easy? Try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
I will do none of the above, thank you, Proctor.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
How do you expect me to help?
My help? I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Why don't we leave the repairing to my scribes? You're going to be doing the legwork.
Okay,
now,
in what capacity?
Is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again.
Damn, that's the part I could have helped with.
CPU. It's fragile. Every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Well, that's not good. Do you have a workaround?
I assume you can fix that?
I wish it was that simple. If this happened to one of the robots on the Pridwin, I'd just swap out its fusion pile. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's awfully convenient. Almost too easy.
I've already spoken to her, but
if this was a different game, I would think that Dr. Lee was going to sabotage Liberty Prime to lead us all into ruin, but Bethesda doesn't have the writing chops to write a story like that, so we got nothing to worry about. Oh, Sacred Stones, but all weapons have 1 durability. No, fighting is too expensive. For context, he didn't change shop prices, he just lowered all weapon durability to 1. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about par for the course for him. Hopefully it goes well. Liberty Prime, isn't that one of the Warframe mechs? Cole would be able to tell me that better. I am not aware, to be honest. I want to check on something, but I don't know if I should do it now or if I should do it off-screen. I think I'll do it off-screen, actually. I have a plan. I don't know if it's going to work, but I have a plan as to how I want to unravel the threads of all these factions. I just don't know if it's going to work. So we'll see. But there is something I'll need to check in order to make sure that it'll work. But I can check it later. I can do it in between streams. I didn't really do any inventory management in between streams. We're basically booting up exactly as we were when we turned the game off last time. So, since that's the case, I didn't do anything to test in between. We'll do the testing. Any testing I need to do, I'll just do in between this episode and the next one. So, well, let's go talk to Dr. Lee. I'm sure she's going to be absolutely thrilled about working on Liberty Prime again. Oh, that was sarcasm. Oh god, he's in a steel loop with an enemy thief to get Calm to level 20. On the joining map, he's 1,000 steps ahead of you. Are there thieves? No, there are a couple of thieves in Chapter 3. So yeah, I guess you could do that.
I thought she was a traitor.
Yeah, well, about that. See, I guess he could do that. That seems like a lot of effort, but I guess you could do that, technically speaking.
Worried about these recruits. Too young, too green. Not like the initiates back in my day.
Can you believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates? Makes me sick.
Why? How could you tell the difference? Dr. Lee?
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were going to feel this way about it.
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept my end of the bargain.
Well, you know, if you just stay here and don't work on it, they're just going to put you back in the torture chamber.
One of us is a liar, and it isn't me.
Oh, don't try and pin that nonsense on me. I said I'd come back to the Brotherhood, and I have. But you neglected to mention that I'd be asked to work on Liberty Prime.
Well, you know, a smart lady told me when it came to that subject,
Why
if
would I
they
make the
didn't
same
tell
mistake
me, then
twice?
they didn't want me to know, so I was just as in the dark as you were.
Why won't you help us with Liberty Prime?
I originally left the Brotherhood because I was tired of being stepped on and used.
Yes, that is
First,
correct.
there was the water purification project, designed to freely benefit the entire Capital Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
Even though the Brotherhood allowed it to be activated, they wanted to control it.
Yes,
But
this
that
this
wasn't
tracks.
enough.
I remember this from
Forced me to
Fallout
help
3.
Design Liberty Prime. Turned my work into a weapon of war.
And I'd have
I
been
had
pissed
enough,
too.
So I left. It's as simple as that.
Everything that she has said up until this point, I would be completely on board with, which would have made it easier for us to maybe find a different scientist. But watch what happens when I say this.
If not for the Brotherhood, do it for Dr. Virgil.
What they did to Dr. Virgil was cruel. It was wrong. How could I be so blind? You really know how to push my buttons, don't you?
That's because
Tell
Bethesda
Proctor
made
Ingram
it
to
too
get her
easy,
scribes ready.
Dr. Lee.
It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Now, I want to be clear on this. She just gave me a whole essay as to why she doesn't want to work on Liberty Prime. I gave her a dialogue option, a single one, that was not even a persuasion check. And she said, oh, you know what? You're completely right. I'm going to work on this weapon of war that I left specifically because I didn't want to work on. Like, Dr. Lee is one of those characters in this game. It just feels like they wrote her wrong. Like, she's so flippant in the way that she reacts to everything. It doesn't feel like her anymore. I remember Dr. Lee from Fallout 3. She seemed dedicated to her cause and reluctant about, you know, having her work be used as a weapon of war, but she did it because the alternative was the Enclave killing her and everyone she knew and also destroying the project. So, I don't know, it just feels weird. Like she shouldn't be this easy to step on. I don't know. It's just odd for me. Hey, Metroid, how you doing? Welcome back. Good evening. We are talking to Dr. Lee and trying to talk her into, you know, working on Liberty Prime. Apparently all I needed was a Staples button. He spent over 1,000 turns having Azura dance to get her to level 36 before the Branch of Fate. A steel loop like this is nothing for him. I mean, yeah, that's probably true. If he can do that. So, also, Dr. Lee, just make the robot, please. Me and Virgil meant a lot to her? I don't know. Yeah, and that's the other thing that's a little weird for me, too, right? Is that we hear from her that Virgil means a lot to her. Just generally, we can imply that from the conversation, right? Virgil was not a character in Fallout 3. He has only shown up in her life in the past few years when she worked at the Institute, and he's been out of the Institute for at least a couple of years, so I don't understand. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be that easy about it. I don't know.
Proctor.
Wow, things are off to a
Dr.
good
Lee
start.
shouted down Elder Lyons to get him to let her into
I
the
hope
Citadel.
so.
She's a strong-willed
Prime
person, so
suffered
this
some
does
significant
feel
damage to
weird.
his
Yeah,
memory
I
core.
just...
I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news
Like,
is
for the
that
most part,
damage
I
isn't
agree with where she's
irreversible,
coming from when
so
when
you
her
can't
reluctance
find
shows
anything
up.
to do for without
It's
overloading.
just that all of a sudden she, like, you tell her something, she flips a switch, and then it's
Charming,
like,
isn't she?
yeah, okay, sure. Do you two ladies need some time alone, maybe in the bedroom together?
Maybe I should come back later.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We might not be the best of friends, but we'll get the job done. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation.
I'd be aggravated too if I was in her shoes.
I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
His what's?
What do the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move.
Oh, okay, that
Prime's
makes
new
sense.
limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them.
Yeah, that would be
Here's
nice.
the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now,
Yes,
before
ma'am.
you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport.
Okay.
The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet.
And where do I find one of
Proctor
those?
Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth.
That makes sense. They
Or
use
send out
those for a
few
lot
teams
of,
to buy the rest
you
that
know,
high-powered
scanning
magnets you'll
devices,
need.
so.
They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4.
Does it matter if they're water resistant? Because it was just raining a minute ago, and the build site does not have cover. The build site's over there, by the way, so. I think it's because getting her to work on Liberty Prime is so integral to the Brotherhood questline that they had to fail-safe it to make sure it always happens. Yeah, it's almost like they should have thought of that before they did it. What happens if you don't bring her back from the Institute? The quest stalls until you do. There you go. That's, I feel like that's not, well-designed quest. Maybe not, but anyway. By the way, you know where else you can get high-powered magnets? From junk collectors. So I went and bought a couple off-screen before the last episode. I don't think we need 2. I think we only need 1, but I bought 2 just in case. So.
Oh god. Mole rat on a stick was a really bad idea.
Why would you do that to
Excuse me.
yourself? Jesus, man. Well, you're lucky that your suit's gonna recycle all that waste, because good lord, you're gonna have an accident in there. We haven't touched the build site just yet. Dogmeat found something. Take it me to it, boy. Very slowly, or very quickly? Are you confused? It's okay if you're confused. I'm confused all the time too. It's okay. I'll just start this up while you go looking for it. Alright, so the build site is anywhere inside this square. I actually kind of like it because it means that the area is small enough to where you'll never lose companions, which is convenient for me because I'm actually going to take apart this corner here and build Dogmeat a doghouse because in a minute, I sort of talked about it before, but in a minute this quest is actually going to send us back to the glowing sea. So I'm going to leave him here and then come back and take him back once that happens. So just free up this corner so I can build that for him. We can pick this up and put this back here. Leave it upright. Scrap this. I love how I picked the ashtray up and put it upright, but ended up scrapping the perfectly good lounge chair. Scrap this car. Oh look, we can pick this upright too. Ice cold Nuka-Cola. Let's not scrap it actually. Let's just move it over because it'll be funny. So just stick it here. Like, who put this Nuka-Cola machine here? Alright, so we've got some building room. Again, I'm going to assume that these actuators are waterproof. But yeah, the vast majority of the materials are already in the workshop there at Boston Airport. So you actually only need 1. You might not even need 1 magnet because it says they had 5, or no, 4, because I had 2. So maybe they patched that? I feel like at one point they had some of the magnets, but not all of them. But it looks like they had just had all of them. Maybe I just got lucky with what was in the scrap shop. I don't know. Either way, before we move out, let's make Dogmeat a doghouse, shall we? Did you ever go back to check on Virgil? Think you can tell Madison about him if you do. I have not yet. I probably will in a minute, because like I said, this quest is going to send us back to the glowing sea. So I'll just go to Virgil, like, when we go to the glowing sea, and just go to the other place that we go after that immediately after we go talk to him. So, yeah, we'll go there, and then we'll see if Dr. Lee has anything to say about it. Let's give him a little mat as well. Yeah, that's probably okay. Stick it there like the one that's in my house. Okay, so we have the 4 actuators, and Dogmeat has a doghouse. He's also got his teddy, and he's played with it twice so far, so that's good. Build site's just an amphitheater. Who's going to watch you building? Apparently the Brotherhood, because the quest completed, the section of the quest completed, so. They know I did it. They have people watching me everywhere. I don't know. Oh, I didn't take anything out of that. Well, I guess I might as well. Proctor?
Proctor Ingram.
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've
Oh,
completed the
good.
restoration
It's a good
of
thing I
Brian's
didn't go to one of the
basic
hospitals
functions,
then,
and
if this
he's
is
ready
right on
to go.
schedule.
In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Yeah, I imagine he'd want
As soon
to.
as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment.
Okay.
It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them,
What about
his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
what about the nukes that we got at Fort Strong? Also, I'm gonna be bitingly sarcastic here.
I'll run down to the super duper mart and pick some up.
Cute.
Knew that was
I
gonna
wish it was
happen.
that simple.
At least it wasn't the stupid line I said with Nick about plugging him in like a toaster.
The same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War.
Yeah, so
The
the
Commonwealth
nukes that we
was
found in Fort
staging
Strong were just mini nukes. They weren't
so
high
some
payload
people
enough
had trouble
for
finding
Liberty
them.
Prime.
But since we
His
arrived,
nukes
the
are
scouting
a
teams
lot
had
bigger.
located a single
So.
bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
Or to threaten them into an armistice. So how do we get the nukes?
She's right.
Of course she's right. But before
She's
you go
always
home,
right.
There's actually a silver lining here.
Okay.
Dr. Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility.
That's probably from all the technical documents that I got from at Fort Strong.
Stockpile of the Mark 28s.
Okay, well that's
Catch
convenient.
is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
And that's not convenient. Great.
Sounds like that's our only option.
Yep. I only wish I had better information for you, but that's all we have to go on. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea.
Okay.
I suggest you head out there first and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up and you can say hello. Good
Let's
luck.
hope that my choice of attire doesn't make him call me a dirty red communist.
That's a tough-looking dog. I bet he's handy in a fight.
You have no idea, Aspirant. Unfortunately, I have to leave him here again.
Heard you gave those muties at Fort Strong something to think about.
We did, yes. They won't be... They took a pummeling that they won't forget because they're in the afterlife, so it was the last thing they saw. Yeah, Liberty, sure, no issues. It just needs nukes? Oh, okay. Basically a repurposed pre-war mech, so it was designed to fight communists. Yes, and in the Fallout universe, communism was... Because they basically didn't evolve culturally past the 1950s in the Fallout universe, so the Red Scare basically lasted like 120 years. So... And the Brotherhood, yeah, just had to tinker with his AI a bit. But he never lost his patriotism. Let's just hope they're not sticking nanomachines in him, or else we'll be having even more problems.
How you doing, buddy?
Actually, hold on.
Never mind, boy.
Yeah, I'm curious too. But actually,
Hey.
what I needed from you is to trade. Because, I'll take this other stuff from you later. But I'm gonna need my sledgehammer back, buddy. Because where I'm going, I'm gonna need some melee attacks.
Heads up.
Okay,
How
now.
you doing, buddy? Going home now.
And by home, I mean stay right here. Because I'll come back and I'll see you in a little bit. The nice thing about making a doghouse for Dogmeat is that usually that's where his AI makes a beeline towards in any settlement that you put him at, so it should be pretty easy to find him once we get back. I'll just go looking for, well, that corner where he's got some nice shelter, and that's why I built it in the corner, because it's got this overhang so he won't get wet. So that's nice. Are you having trouble getting into the doghouse, buddy? Because you are looking at it like you want to, but you're also looking at it like you can't. I can... Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I can move that for you, but you got it. Yeah, Metal Gear Liberty, why not? Sons of Liberty. You know, the entire Brotherhood of Steel. You know, I wonder if because I'm going to go back and get my power armor, because we got rank 3 of the science perk last time. Oh, I don't need that. So we're going to go back, get my power armor, and tweak it out a little bit along with my righteous authority. I wonder if I could use a vertibird to just fly over to Waypoint Echo by, like, I don't know, maybe marking the destination as the Crater of Adam and then just telling them to land when we get close. That probably could work. I mean, it's not a far walk, to be fair, but I don't know. I'll figure it out once we get there. Let's go get my power armor first, so. please know the stream's already activating your Fallout brain rot. We don't need to add Metal Gear. Fair enough. I will try to keep the Metal Gear to a minimum then. Okay, so what do I need? Let me look at my notes real quick and see what I need for this. We're gonna make a capacitor for my laser. We're gonna make 2 things for the power armor, and we're gonna get a 3rd thing from completing this quest. So I need 20 adhesive. I need 17 aluminum. Let's see, 8 circuitry. Go, 6 crystal. Some fiber optics, need 4 of those. Some fiberglass, need 16 of those. We might end up with more materials than I need here, but that's because I planned out how many, like, I looked at how much I would need based on us getting to level 40 by the end game, and I'm not even sure if we'll get there, to be honest, because it feels like we're starting to come down to the wire here a little bit. I can't be sure, but it's starting to feel that way. So, and springs, we need 8 of those. So basically, this is everything I would need up to level 40, including like ballistic weave, the maximum, and all that other stuff. Maximize my guns, that sort of stuff. But yeah, not really something I need to worry about right now. So, oh, I must have gotten a couple of fusion. Well, I got a couple fusion cores from that Brotherhood of Steel member at Bunker Hill. That's right, because this one of these was mine, and one of these was in his pocket. So, all right, cool. Pop that bad boy in, take this on out. Swap the sledgehammer around so that it's in my pocket. Maybe I should look and see if Arturo has a better one, actually. Because if he's got like a heavy one or a super sledge, that wouldn't be too bad. I also don't know if it's close enough for me to actually have Arturo be around. I have to see what time of day it is. But we'll figure it out. It is 5:05 a.m. Maybe I should make these upgrades later. I'm going to do them now, though, because nobody's awake, so they won't be yelling in my ear, except Percy. And then we'll take a quick power nap before we head to the glowing sea. I don't know, we might have to keep this fusion core now at its charge where it's currently at, because we love that number around here. Okay, so I need to make a mod for the helmet and a mod for the torso, I think. Let me check something actually real quick. Okay, so we're actually going to get a medic pump from the this quest that we're doing, so I'm not sure if I want that or motion assist servos. I guess I'll make the servos because they increase strength by 2, so now I'll have 13 strength in this thing. So that'll be nice, but we're actually going to get a medic pump from this quest from Ingram once we're done. So I'll have to decide which one would be more worthwhile. Probably the motion assist servos, honestly. Travis is raving on the radio, so that's fun. I just heard him in the background. And we're also going to put a sensor array in the helmet along with the bright headlamp, because that'll give us an extra 2 perception, which almost gives me as much perception as I have out of my power armor, so that should make my accuracy a little bit better. So that's good. And honestly, I think that's it. I really don't... Like, the arms usually require blacksmith to put mods into, and the legs, I don't know, nothing really trips my trigger from the legs. I mean, I guess I could get, like... I don't know, carry weight capacity I don't really need. I'd probably get the kinetic servos, but I really don't need them. I might put them in at some point since we have the materials, but, you know. Yeah, 5 a.m., best time for heavy machining work. I'm sure your neighbors love you. Yeah, it's a good thing my neighbors are all a few houses away. So, okay, so here's what we will do. Let's make the last upgrade on the laser gun, laser pistol, an overcharged capacitor. So now we'll do 65 damage per shot, and that's before I get Gunslinger 3 and 4. So it'll go up by a little bit after those as well. And I think that's about it, honestly. I think that's it for all of the weapons we're going to keep, because I don't have the blacksmith to upgrade this anymore, and puncturing is already pretty good. This is done. This is now done. And this only has one more upgrade, but I need gun nut rank 4 to get it, and I can't get that till level 39. So I don't know if we'll even get there, honestly. Okay, so we'll leave the power armor out here for now. We'll, we'll come back and get it after I take a quick power nap, and then we'll head for the glowing sea. Let me think about this. Do I need anything else? I'm gonna probably sell those frags if he has this super sledge or a heavy one. I'll probably sell this sledgehammer, the frags, and then any ammo that I've got sitting around extra. I actually didn't even use any of these high-powered magnets, so that's funny. Anyway, we'll worry about that in the morning. Let's go take a nap for like 4 hours before I go back to the glowing sea again. Okay, I'll stretch. Sure, why not? I'll have some breakfast, but I won't be eating ammo for breakfast. That's lunch when all the enemies start killing me. Grilled radstag sounds good this morning. We've got some mute fruit still in there, and some weta. Get the extra carry capacity, even though I don't really need it. Let's see here. So I've got 4 of these and 4 fruit/veggies and 5 purified water. So I need 1 more purified water, 2 meats, and 2 veg. Got it. I could take more grilled radstag, but I'll take the grilled rad roach instead. The wada's in here. Do I have an extra stealth boy? I do, okay. You never know when you're gonna need them, so I always try to keep 1 on hand, just in case. And then down here we go. Grab another wild mute fruit or 2, so I'm ready for the road. And okay, let's go get our armor. Actually, I'll go check Arturo first, then I'll get my armor. And then we'll head out to Waypoint Echo. Myrna, you wouldn't have that. Arturo would, though.
If you're looking to keep your load light, we can shoot the breeze about the old-fashioned pistol or anything else you need.
Trust me, Arturo, I have plenty of old-fashioned pistols. I need new fashion.
Let's see what you have.
Self-defense at its best.
And by that I mean whatever the best hammer is you have in here. He has a heated power fist. That actually has the energy damage mod on it, so that's interesting. Got anything else? Regular power fist. He has no super sledges whatsoever, but he has the heated power fist. Okay, well, that's fine. Thanks for that random number generator. He also has a Gauss rifle, which is just an absolutely absurd weapon. It's basically a railgun on a stock, and it hits about as hard as one. It needs its own special ammo, which we can get from Scrounger, but it's one of the strongest pieces of gun in the game. So, yeah, it works pretty good. Yeah, that's got the heating coil on it. I might grab this just to have it, honestly, because it might come in handy for fighting synths because of the energy damage. So we'll see, but I can't sell my sledgehammer because we can't use power fists and power armor. So that's unfortunate, but we'll make it work. I guess I don't need either of these things anymore, so, you know, here you go. You can take those. I also don't need the magnets, but I'll hold on to those just in case. Need those. You can have those. You can have those, and these, and these. Keeping my 69 fusion core. And those, and those. I'm still giving you 277. I guess I could give you one of these, and maybe a few of these. I won't need all of these, so I'll just, I don't know, do that. And now he's giving me money. Perfect. You always use the one unique legendary baseball bat for a melee weapon. So fun. Is that the one that has a chance of Fusro dying the enemy if you hit them? Like it has a random chance of making them drop over, like they got ragdolled by Fusro Da in Skyrim? I've not gotten my hands on that one, but I heard it's fun to mess around with. So, okay, so that's that. Didn't get... Myrna, you wouldn't happen to have a sledgehammer, would you?
I suppose we can do business.
I don't have high hopes, but...
Let's see what you got.
A bit of everything.
I guess I'll look, because it might as well. Nothing in the H department, and nothing in the S department. Okay. Thanks anyway, Myrna. Yes, it ragdolls them, it's hilarious, and it launches people into the sky. Yeah, that sounds like tons of fun. Definitely be an interesting melee weapon to mess around with. Especially, I mean, we know it's effective because it was such an integral part of the main story in Skyrim. It's the one shout that you get maximized from the main story, so, you know, definitely can come in handy. She did, and now she's pissed. Not because she woke up on the wrong side of the bed, but because of other circumstances. Speaking of launching people into the sky, I've had a couple of situations off-screen where I'm just messing around with VATS and stuff. Especially when I was trying to kill that super mutant behemoth at Walden Pond off-screen to see if it was possible. There were a couple of times where he was on uneven ground, and I hit him with an attack in VATS, and it kind of launched him about 15 feet in the air, and then he dropped and died. And it was odd, but I've actually been told that that can happen sometimes with VATS, and I don't know why, but it's kind of funny to me. So, alright, so do we ride in a vertibird? Probably not, because I didn't bring my signal grenades. I didn't think about that. So I guess we're walking. So let's start walking. Oh, I have 33 shots now thanks to the overcharged capacitor. That's cool. I don't need to reload this. Let's just get the sledge out in case I need it. How much damage does that do now? 93. Okay. That seems like less. What's my... Well, I have 13 strength, so... Okay, I don't know why it was doing less. Probably because I had to unequip it and re-equip it like this is Skyrim and I just got the Necromage perk. Fun. Go find a doctor. I don't know what that's all about, but I don't think I want to mess with that for right now. Alright, so Waypoint Echo from here. We're going to need to cross the river, this inlet here over by WRVR broadcast station, and then maybe I'll just head towards the highway and then head down from there. I feel like, I mean, I probably could have just come here from, yeah, like Natick Banks or Fort Hagen, or I could have fast traveled here and come down, but I think you have to go talk to Halen before you go to the site that you need to go to, because they give you something to make this easier, so... I think she gives you something so the Brotherhood can pick up the nukes once we find them, so... We're going exploring again! Oh, Swan, yeah, that can happen. Supermoon behemoths in this game can have weird physics. Yeah, and I don't know why they just got launched into the air like that randomly. Like, again, it wasn't like I was using, you know, the bat that you were talking about, but... The physics in this game can be wonky, like you said. Alright, so we'll go find the bridge. I think I need to get to the next intersection before I hit the bridge, and then we'll go to the side. If I can even find the road. It's either very dilapidated or I lost it for a second. I think I lost it for a second. That's fine. Bridge is over there, so. Just use my surroundings to my advantage. I think that's a settlement down there. I would discover it, but I'm not really all that interested in it, to be honest. So, we'll probably just get a little bit of experience from looking at WRVR here, and then we'll just keep going after that. Alright, pup. Ow. That wasn't a very nice way to say hello. What the hell is this thing? Did you kill a legendary glowing rad scorpion, pup? Or, better question, how the hell did you survive a legendary glowing rad scorpion? He had, what did he have on? Exterminator's combat shotgun. Okay. Well, that's, an interesting find. He must have gotten into a fight with some raiders. Oh, good. Another bridge is out. Guess we're gonna have to go spelunking. I hope this light works underwater. But another settlement needs your help. I'll mark it on your map. Yeah, that's not quite yet. That's later. Well, it kind of works. The headlamp, that is. I can see the bank that I can use to get back up here, so. I forget how long you can breathe underwater in a power armor suit. I don't think it's infinite, but I think you can, like, hold your breath for quite a lot longer than a normal person can. So, I might as well discover WRVR while I'm here. I did just mention I was going to do it, just to get a little extra EXP. And then we'll head for the highway, which is just following the road, really. Alright, that's cool. There's a junk pile down there. There's a rad scorpion, probably trying to get some revenge for their brother. You can kind of stun lock rad scorpions if you hit them at the right time with melee attacks, as you can see here. They can be managed. I have a lot harder of a time managing them when they're in a big group, because then they're all hitting you, so it's really hard to stun lock them. But if you can kind of narrow it down, I thought that was another enemy, it was just a bunch of crows. If you can narrow it down to just the one, you can pretty easily get rid of them, I find. So. Oh, there's a park over here. Wonder if there's any Yao Guai in the park. Let's find out. Okay, well, there's feral ghouls. There we go. Robotics Pioneer Park, is that what that said? I wasn't looking. Well, enough dirty water to make a purified one. That's cool. By the by, in case you come across any Assaultrons or something in your process of going to anywhere in power armor, I would not recommend fighting them in melee until you take one of their legs off. It doesn't usually work out for me all that well. Just word to the wise. Their spinning arm attack that they use when they charge you as a melee attack, it stun locks you in power armor. It stun locks you in normal third person as well, but it can make it very difficult to fight them, so. Not that I've had any experience on screen with that happening, but it's happened off screen. Well, some construction equipment. I'm trying to take kind of a path of least resistance. If I remember correctly, there's like some nasty stuff on the way to Waypoint Echo. So, I'm also getting slightly irradiated, so that's fun. Must mean we're getting close. I hope Halen and her group are okay, considering they're this close to the glowing sea. Science fact, by the way, what the hell was that? Hang on, hub flower, okay. Yeah, I don't need that anymore, I've got enough great mentats. Science fact, by the way, I've heard, I don't know how true this is, but I've heard that when an area is heavily irradiated, thunder actually sounds different in that area than it does normally, because the sound of the thunder has to move through the radioactive particles that are charged in the air, and that can cause those particles to like make different sounds than they would otherwise have normally. So, Halen.
Excuse me, Scribe Halen.
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
It feels like such a long time ago now.
I'm surprised you've survived over there without my help.
Now that the Pridwin's here, we don't really need you anymore. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
And I'd imagine that would also cause the feral ghouls to be not problematic either.
That's not surprising. After all, it's in good hands.
I appreciate that. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it.
Okay.
I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest.
Sounds pretty
After that,
easy.
You should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
So you don't need me to, like, recon with you guys or something afterwards? Alright. Let's hope this pulsar works. There's a lot of radiation in the air, and I imagine that's gonna disrupt the signal.
I hope this plan works.
Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter.
Yeah, you guys should
don't,
too,
the
actually.
radiation will cook you from the inside out.
Because there's currently a rad storm that's not really heavily irradiating anybody here, but I still feel like you guys are gonna have some trouble if you don't keep an eye on things. Oh, there's a vault over there. I wonder if that has anything to do with the Assaultrons that I talked about before. Oh, they actually just tell you where the storage facility is. Okay. I think, for some reason, I thought that you could, like, go to the Crater of Adam and ask them for directions, but I guess they already know where the storage facility is. They just can't get to it or something. I don't know. Either way, we can go to see Virgil. So let's go see Virgil, and then we'll just head straight east from his place. And that should get us basically to where we need to go. Okay, so Virgil, I'm home again. Well, that's a noticeable improvement from the last time we were here.
It needs some refinement, but I think we can consider my serum a qualified success.
That sounds like the understatement of the century, man.
I'm just glad you're human again.
As am I. Though I still have a tremendous amount of work to do. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. You're welcome to make use of my lab. Or help yourself to any of this junk, if you want it. In the
I've
meantime,
mostly helped myself anyway.
Excuse me.
Okay, you do that. He could probably use a lot more of this stuff than I could. I hope he's got, like, a hazmat suit or something, because once he's done with his experiments here, if he ever wants to get out of here, it's going to be pretty difficult for him to get out of here, so. I already grabbed the Tesla Science magazine before when we were here. I think you can get a rifle from him, but I didn't get it from the quest, so I imagine that means you either have to, like, pickpocket it or kill him for it. But I'm not really keen on that, so. We'll just continue on our merry way and head straight east. Had okay luck so far with the enemy spawns. Let's hope that continues. We didn't have a whole lot on the way to the glowing sea. Which probably means that now I'm going to get into like 6,000 encounters on the way to the bomb site. But, you know. If it happens, it happens. I'm surprised the sunlight can even make it through the clouds around here. I imagine that with all the supercharged particles in the air, it'd be difficult, but I don't know. I ain't no radioactive physicist. That, I think, is the crater over there, because I can see the spotlights. So, yeah, that's also true. It's an Institute rifle, so it's not really a big loss. I think it's got a decent effect on it, but again, using an Institute rifle, you probably won't be able to see what you're doing very well, so it kind of blocks a lot of the screen. So, you know, not really all that helpful. Actually, since it's so clear, we might even be able to see the bomb site before we get there, and it is one of the more interesting landmarks, to say the least, in the glowing sea. I've been to the site before, not for this mission, though. Like, I've been to this site before just from exploring around in the glowing sea, and it's, something. It's definitely something. We're actually starting to see it now as we go. Also, there's at least one stingwing that wants my bacon. Alright, come to mama. Wait for him to stop corkscrewing. Not do it. Oops, okay. There we go. Really? Alright, fine. That's one. Damn it, come back here. This is why I don't like stingwings. They just... They like to hit and run. Like guerrilla tactics shit. I guess I could just stand still, but sometimes that doesn't even work, so... Maybe I should have bought a swatter. A fly swatter. And just like that, it's not clear anymore. That's unfortunate. We'll still be able to see the site, though, as we get a little closer. And as you can see, it's got an interesting shape to it. They just have a pyramid out here. The Sentinel site. I'm going to climb to the top of it like this is that one level in Super Mario 64. I don't know if it's a good idea to stand up here, though, because I'm currently the tallest metal object in a thunderstorm. So, maybe I'll go back down. This bomb site, I imagine that this was all underground before the bomb hit, and it just sort of got unearthed by the fact that the bombs hit, because normally just that top part, or any of the parts where the nuclear missiles would come out, would be sticking out so that they have a clear line of sight when they shoot. But, yeah, this place is really cool. It's like all of a sudden you just walk out into this place, and out in the gloom, a pyramid just arises, and you're like, there's a pyramid in Boston? Always was very cool in terms of the scenery for me. It's okay. Everyone hates stingwings. Good. I'm not alone. We found the facility, though, so now we just need to find the stockpile and see where that takes us. Not like they lack for security around here. I mean, the government doesn't always build ominous pyramids for the secret nuke sites? No! My head cannon. You know, we probably could go explore the whole facility, but we could also probably just do this. And, like, skip most of that. Probably could have gotten in from that direction. Okay, this leads up, so I don't know that I want to go this way, but, you know, it might be handy. Oh, there's dead people, so that sounds about right. Alright, I'm getting off track. Let's go see if we can find... We're trying to go down further so we can go down and into the facility, because that's where the heart of all this is going to be. Can I, like... Let's see what this terminal has on it. Launch control. Launch status initiated. All blast doors must remain closed. All elevators are non-functional during launch. Abort launch sequence. Sure. Maybe that'll turn off all the alarms. Launch status idle. All blast doors may be opened or closed as needed. All elevators are fully functional. Cool. That might come in handy. At least we don't have to listen to the in the background anymore now. That's helpful. Radaway will probably also be helpful. Well, I found one of the nukes. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Rabid mole rat. Sure. Ooh, what else we got? A Roma. Didn't even know I was here. That's fine. So that must mean that there must be more inside, I hope. It says to go this way, but the path is blocked, so we'll go this way instead. Maybe this will lead me in my direction. No, mole rats. Don't worry, there's plenty of me to go around. Especially since you're basically just nipping my ankles. Toothbrush, paintbrush, 10mm rounds. Gotta watch, sometimes these ferals are... Hello, that's a lot. Sometimes these ferals are playing dead, they're not actually dead. Got you. And almost got you. That guy's got armor on. Although I just knocked him silly, so... Okay. I think Reavers might be the next step up from Stalkers. I could be wrong. But, well, they took a little bit of a beating, so... I probably could do this in third person, but let me see how the camera looks. Yeah, kind of in these tight, confined spaces, I feel like the camera might be a little tough to micromanage in a place like this. I'll wait till I'm out in a more open area to use it. They say when in doubt, go left. I could be wrong about that, but I will go left just to see. None of that. Get out of here. Flamer fuel. There's another one behind me. Okay, and there's another one behind me again. What about you? You are already dead. Okay, then. A mole rat. Starting to get a little dark in here. Maybe I should turn on the light. Okay, so this looks like the way forward. So if that's the case, what was the other direction? Because that means the other direction might have some goodies in it. Maybe. We'll find out. Well, a bed if I need to sleep. A Brahmin skull. Somebody was hardcore in this place. A singular bottle cap. There's a child of Adam in here, and he has a nuka grenade. That might come in handy. I think those are the strongest grenades in the game, if I recall correctly. I think. I could be wrong, but... maybe not on certain enemies, because I think they deal radiation damage as well, so if enemies are like ghouls or something and they're immune to radiation, or absorb radiation as the case might be, then probably not going to work out too well for you. Okay, don't need the knife. Excuse me. Okay, so not a whole lot over there, but well, sometimes you get some good treasure and sometimes you don't, so. It keeps looking like there's a little gap there, so that's why I keep jumping. Ah, this one's trying to play dead on me. Don't think that you can hide from me. I have vats to fix your wagon. Oh, legendary feral ghoul reaver. Perfect. Let's just take care of you right now. And you. Okay, also a reaver. But basically dead, so it doesn't matter. Industrial grade Abraxo cleaner. Don't need that. I'll take the stuff in that thing, though. Alright, what did the legendary reaver have for me? That's not the reaver. That's the reaver. Ghoul Slayer's missile launcher. Well, that seems appropriate. And he even gave me a missile in the process. That's cool. Thanks, man. Not that I'm going to use it. I don't even know how to use a missile launcher without totally blowing my shoulder out, but, you know, maybe a different character with heavy weapon specialty would appreciate that. Or maybe I should give that to Sheffield instead of the one that they hid in the mole rat den. Is this a service elevator? Yes, judging by the fact that it's coming down towards me, yes it is. Okay. Well, what I'm looking for, according to my overhead markers, is behind this door, but the door doesn't have a lock on it, so... Oh, another child of Adam. What the hell was that noise all about? That was weird. It's like, all of a sudden, jump scare noise! But no jump scare. What? Hello? Hang on. Hold on, sir. If you need to talk to me, I need to get out of my armor first so I have better charisma. Hang on. Let me take my keys out of my car so he doesn't take my car. And Great Mentat in case I need to persuade him. Hi.
Hey there.
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
I thought Adam's hallowed ground was the crater to the northwest.
I'm looking for some bombs. Nuclear bombs.
That's not every day that someone just walks up to you and says that, but this is the apocalypse.
Until the time of the great divide, none shall enter.
None shall pass. What? None shall pass. Sure, but I'm on your side about this.
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help from non-believers.
And how do you know I'm a non-believer, you heathen?
Will carry his word and his glory to all corners of the earth. That is why they must be safeguarded.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to happen. How did you even find this place?
How did you discover this place?
Knowledge of this site has been passed down through generations of the children of Adam.
So you guys came here on a pilgrimage, and before you found the crater, you found this
By
place.
Adam himself.
Uh-huh.
He wanted us to find it, to keep it safe.
Well, this is gonna go great. Why guard it? I mean, there's nuclear bombs in here, and they love bombs, so that seems self-explanatory. Here we go.
I want to spread his glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
I love how she just gives up in the end, and it still works.
If you would see these relics used, then Atom's will is done.
That's the idea.
And prepare to enter his inner sanctum. Follow the brilliance of the glow, and it shall lead you to the relics.
Isn't the glow
May
just the
Atom's
spotlights, though?
radiance warm your soul.
Okay, thank you. Henri's terminal password. His name is Henry, but that's the French spelling, so, you know. Missile launchers don't actually have that much recoil since the missile itself has the thrust. Oh, that's fair. Goes to show how little I know about missile launchers. Oh, speaking of assaultrons, Adam's Wrath. Hello. And a turret that wasn't pointed in my direction, but a turret nonetheless. Henri's terminal. Alright then. Don't try to apply logic to these guys. It just doesn't work. They're religious zealots, so yeah, that makes sense. What, no assaultron control? I'll just do the door. He's fine down here. He's not harming anybody. Unless they come in here. Or maybe he's the one that killed the other children. I don't know. Either way, I don't need anything from him. I just need the bombs that are in that room. Holy shit. That is a lot of bombs. It's not a wonder they wanted this place. I just hope handing over this kind of a payload to the Brotherhood is an okay idea. Starting to get a little azure about this one too. You may want to not take those. Yeah, I feel like the Brotherhood is gonna do horrible, awful things with these, but we're already here. Might as well do it. I'm all in now. Well, I don't think I'm all in, but what the hell? Oh, hello there. I guess his turret is trying to help me out. That's fun. Sweep the leg, Charlotte. Eh. Oh. Thanks, Adam's Wrath. Appreciate it. You might want to watch the overcharge on your face, though. You might have to discharge that at some point. Yeah, all in isn't always a good thing, especially not with people like the Brotherhood, because holy hell. Well, let's put the pulsar down. Return to Proctor Ingram. That's true, the Brotherhood will do awful things with them, but awful things toward the Institute, so it's okay. Listen, as long as they're only directing it at the Institute and they're blowing it up, like... I mean, I hope my son will see reason at some point, and he'll not decide to go down with that sinking ship, but... yeah, I guess as long as they're directing it towards the Institute, it's probably somewhat okay, at least. But we'll see what happens. Again, I have a plan for how I want to thread the needle with all of these factions, but I don't actually know if it's going to work entirely, so I'm basically just doing all of the faction quests up to the point where they basically tell you that you can't anymore without choosing a side, and then I'm moving to the next one. So, we're already done with... I think, if I remember right, if you go back and do mass fusion, that's the point of no return for the Institute. And we're done with the railroads one because they don't have another quest until you Uno... Was that the Prid one I could see all the way from here? Wow. That's impressive. Yeah, I think they don't have anything else until you Uno reverse card the Institute, so... Oh, good blood bugs. Fantastic. Let me reload. So I have everything I need to fight the blood bugs when they decide to make their presence known. Like now. Red Widow blood bug even. No, that's not what I want to hit. Alright, now this. Whack your friend in the face if I have a chance to. I'll just do the blood sack, it's fine. Okay, now for the rest of you. Well, you're flying all the way over there, so... My accuracy is not so good. But they don't see me anymore, so... Okay, well... She's dead, the Red Widow blood bug. I don't think I want to know what killed her, so maybe it'd be better if I leave now. So... Another thing that I kind of feel a little disappointed about is that Virgil doesn't play any role after you've given him the serum. He kind of just sits in the cave. You get it for him, and he makes it sound like such a big deal. And then you get it for him, and he, ends up being cured, and then he just kind of gives you 3 or 4 lines of dialogue and sits in the cave for the rest of the thing. So, I don't know. It feels like a missed opportunity. He could have had a greater role in the rest of the story, I feel like, but I don't know. Whatever. Back to the airport. You're just going to offload the rest of the ammo you have? I mean, isn't Charlotte carrying like nearly 1,000 bullets just on her person or more? Okay, more. Forgot about the fusion cells. Yes, I offloaded a decent chunk of ammo to the synths back in the Institute last time when I was helping Z1 with the weapons. But we have quite a bit more ammo than just that. We have, over 344 rounds, almost 450 caliber rounds, over 2,000 fusion cells, so... He does have to run tests on himself, and if the Institute finds out he's alive, they'd 100% send coursers after him. Yeah, and that's fair, I guess. I suppose at the very least he's safe from the Institute where he is. I guess it'd be nice if he could do something in the post-game, but, Oh well. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Let's go see my boy. Let him know I'm okay. I survived the glowing sea again. Is he in his house? I think he's in his house again. Hold on. Yes, my boy. He is in his house. Hello, my boy.
Hey. Come on, boy. It's time to go.
Let's go see Proctor Ingram now that we've found the payload for them. Also, you can have my sledgehammer back because... actually, no. I think I'm going to keep the sledgehammer for now because I'm probably going to use the power armor again for a little while yet. We're doing missions for the Brotherhood after all, so we might as well. I am going to take that teddy, though. Just make sure you don't get any of that garbage in your mouth by playing with your teddy. He's such a good boy. He's a very good boy. Yes, nearly 3,000 bullets. Yeah, we're in the Outer Worlds endgame territory here where I had like 2,400 rounds for my assault rifle. And I was firing that thing a lot in the Outer Worlds, so... Well, speaking of inaction, they've got them fully assembled, so that's mildly threatening.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station in Cambridge.
Yeah, I've been there. Thanks for the info, though. Again, it worked before. Yes, Liberty Prime was a key element of the story in Fallout 3 as well. He got a few upgrades since the last time he was here. So, he was actually like one of the main important things that happened near the end game of Fallout 3. He was how you actually got to the Purification Project by going through the Enclave. He blasted a path through them, essentially. So, I might just take the mod off the Heated Power Fist and then stick it on the Furious one if I need it later, honestly. Outer Worlds only had 3 ammo types, so it wasn't hard to get a fuck ton of one of them. That is true, yeah. And I picked up all of it because I don't think it weighed anything, so it basically just kept piling up. It's a fucking Bionicle! Yes, he is. Helped beat the Enclave until they dropped an orbital missile on him. And that wasn't so much fun for him, but, I suppose it happens when you're a giant death machine that everyone doesn't know how to kill, so...
Proctor Ingram?
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
Well, you guys had intelligence on it, so...
bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack.
Yeah, I wouldn't want them to become unstable and blow all of you up.
I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
Let's hope. I suppose there's only one way to find out, though, isn't there?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Absolutely. Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Let's boot him up.
I think I'm gonna let you press the button.
Oh, I get to press a button? I feel so important now.
Still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
I suppose
It would be
that's
better
fair.
if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
I mean, if you want to do it, Dr. Lee, I'll let you, by all means. No, I have to be the one to do it in order to move the mission forward? Alright, well, that's fair enough. Let's turn him on.
Liberty Prime, back online.
Oh, good lord. He's a transformer.
Let's run
Well,
a basic diagnostic on
he's got a transformer
Diagnostic command.
voice box.
Accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized.
That sounds promising.
Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska.
And that does not. Do we need to fix that, like his
Primary
mission?
targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Or his targets? Because I feel like those are not going to work in the post-apocalypse.
check.
Liberty Prime full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required.
Well, we'll get on that in a little bit, big guy.
Warning: power core offline.
Oh.
Running on external power only. Core restart recommended.
That's going to be a problem, isn't it?
Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
I've got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
Yeah, but what about his power core?
What was that he said about his...
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Prime's in top
It'll be
shape.
okay.
His nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right
Oh,
now,
okay.
we have him running off of the Pridwin's engines.
Hmm.
Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you.
Okay.
I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
Well, that's not really punch, that's aid, but sure, I appreciate it.
I didn't get anything for you.
Sure you did. It's that big metal behemoth standing over there. Anyway, that's enough of that. Better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here.
Oh,
and
okay.
Thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Wonder what he needs to speak to me about. Maybe to give me a promotion for getting Liberty reprimed? That's a lot of experience, holy hell. Alright, well anyway, let's go back up there and not accidentally stick my 69 fusion core in here. Pardon me, Dogmeat. Blind Betrayal. Well, that sounds ominous. Well, we'll find out what that's all about in a moment, I guess. Come on, Dogmeat.
Maxson ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell. I'd be the first one to kick them open.
That's not a healthy mindset to have, man. I hate to say it to you. It's not a healthy mindset to have for anyone. Oh, this mission, this is fun. Oh boy. How did all that only take like 30 from that core? These cores last quite a while, even without... There's actually a perk that you can get to make them last even longer, and there's 2 ranks of it, so 3 ranks actually, but I think only 2 of them give you extra charge time on the fusion cores. So do you see what I meant when I said that I don't know that the fusion cores are balanced well enough, because you can get way too many of them and they last way too long, and power armor is already pretty busted? Oh look, 4 more right here! I'm not gonna take those. I don't need them. We don't need 20 more fusion cores for the end game. Yes, I have 23 to spare. 27 if I took those. I'm not gonna take them, but I'd have 27 if I took those. Fusion cores are also used as ammo, to be fair. Yeah, that's true. If you had a Gatling laser weapon, they can be used as ammo for that. And they do burn out quickly if you use a lot of VATS in power armor, or if you use jetpack, which we don't have access to just yet, but there are in fact jetpacks in this game. And you can put it on your power armor. I'm not quite at a high enough science level to do that, but you can. it burns the fusion core down very quickly if you do that. So, but otherwise, I don't know. They just don't burn out quickly enough for me. So Charlotte isn't using the cryo gun. What hijinks do you get into with that? So the cryo gun is kind of like an ice thrower. It's like a flamethrower except it shoots ice, but you can modify it to basically be an ice assault rifle. And it hits really, really hard because it benefits from 2 separate damage boosting perks. So it's really strong. I would recommend looking into using it if you plan on using any heavy weapons. I don't think it requires any science skill to upgrade either, so that's pretty damn good too. Alright, anyway, let's see what he needs to say to me about this.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Okay, hold on. Breath mint. About what?
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
I find your ignorance awfully convenient.
That's because it's actual genuine ignorance.
A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility.
Okay.
After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented.
Why is this my
is a perfect match for all of the synths on that list.
Oh god damn it. Seriously? How is that possible?
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning.
They had a paladin, well, he wasn't a paladin when he infiltrated, but they had a synth infiltrate your ranks?
Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797.
Okay.
To make matters worse,
you know, maybe this is the synth they had on that terminal.
Without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same.
Well, I didn't see that coming.
To believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
We've known each other for like 5 minutes, all things considered, so he never... You have some nerve. He never told me.
You have to believe me. He never told me he was a synth.
Apparently, I've misjudged you.
I'm glad that worked.
I've decided to take you at your word.
Good.
However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty.
What is my duty?
He represents everything we hate. A monstrosity of technology.
He doesn't seem like the type to
the Institute and its
be a problem.
Need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
Well, if it's difficult for you, what makes you think it's not going to be difficult for me?
There must be some other way.
Absolutely not. My decision is final.
Your decision is fueled by emotions, Arthur.
Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear.
Then why are you making me do it?
We can't afford to make exceptions, even when it means executing one of our own.
If you feel so strongly about it, why didn't you just do it off screen while I was off finding these nukes for you?
Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Well, that's a hell of a kettle of fish to just drop in my lap. Okay. Proctor Quinlan. I think my armor will stay here if I leave it here, but I'll just take it with me to see Proctor Quinlan. Man, dropping the first name on the Elder. I will drop a first name on the Elder if he pisses me off. He is younger than me. He could practically be my kid, depending on when Charlotte, you know, had her first kid. So, she would have had to have been a teenager for that to happen, but... My impression is that Charlotte's like 35-ish. Somewhere in that range of age. So, there you go. Moral dilemma. Do we kill a synth that is literally helping us simply because he's a synth, or do we let him live and continue helping us? I mean, I don't feel like that's a dilemma. That feels like an easy ask and easy answer. But, I don't know.
Oh, Knight. I was told...
But then again, I feel very strongly that synths are basically humans, so that might be part of it. What about Dance? How do we figure all this out?
What do you know about the situation?
While I was decrypting all of the data you acquired from within the Institute, I came across a list.
It appears that the Institute keeps exemplary records where their synths are concerned.
That's because the Synth Retention Bureau is very thorough.
As I was perusing this list, I came across an image of Dance under the heading M797.
How did you find an image? I thought the terminals couldn't load images because they're like old-timey computers.
This comes as quite a shock to you, Knight. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she's gone through college and law school, so she's easily early 30s. Yeah, absolutely. This is a tough situation for me, Proctor. Just tell me where he is, please.
I don't want to talk about it.
I understand. On to your orders, then. I've been poring over Dance's...
I mean, I didn't know him very well, but he seemed like an exemplary soldier.
I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware,
and he gets so happy when I get in power armor.
...of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere.
Well, that's going to make this difficult.
Our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one.
This sounds like a lot of legwork.
Comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
Oh, hi, Halen.
This was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
That is not how this is going to work. How did you even get this information?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxson's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Dance, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
That's not necessarily how this is going to work, but also, if I don't find him, this may not work out there, Scribe Halen.
I don't have time to discuss it right now, Halen.
Why? In too much of a rush to pull the trigger?
In too much of a rush to make sure no one else does.
For you. You're just gonna turn your back on him like this.
You're accusing me of something that I haven't even told you I'm going to do.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to...
It was ASCII art, obviously. Yeah, there you go.
Of course.
ASCII.
My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my vertibird gunship's computer.
Okay. That seems like a good idea, then. I'll take a look.
At this point, I'll take all the help I can get.
Very good, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
All right.
Follow me, ma'am.
Let's hope this doesn't end poorly. I mean, the Elder literally accused you of hiding that Dance was a synth when he had no way of confirming that you knew that. Honestly, coup d'etat, kill the Elder. Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that they now had such large amounts of high explosive ordnance, I'd be down for it, honestly. But we have to, I hate to say it, but I think we still have to work with them in some way. I might, if I keep up the ruse here, I might be able to actually save Dance's life. So I can't, like, pull the trigger too early. I have to be diplomatic about it. I'm trying very hard to thread the needle. As much as my gut says, no, shoot him in the face, I don't know if that's going to work out.
Scribe Halen.
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
Absolutely not, no.
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on.
Well, yeah, he seemed like an exemplary soldier to me.
My respect and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
Well, frankly, I agree with you on that one, but why are you telling me this? Is it because I'm sent to kill him?
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxson's orders without thinking about what you're doing.
Well,
Dance
I'm gonna think very hard about it,
is the
Halen.
person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story.
Well, that's the
I'm not
plan,
convinced
Halen, so.
by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us. Then you do what you have to do.
I will attempt not to shoot him in the head.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing.
I've been hearing that phrase a lot lately.
Dan's had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station.
Oh, really?
It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war U.S. military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
Well, I haven't worked with him since the first mission, but hopefully he'll at least listen to me instead of just shooting on sight, because, yeah, I mean, I want to hear him out. I haven't told Halen this, but I have kind of been working with the synth sympathizers, like, a bit, so... So you're super impulsive and couldn't join the Brotherhood. Honestly, you'd go factionless if it were possible. From what I understand, you can't get an ending where you go factionless in this game. The equivalent in New Vegas is there is a quote-unquote factionless equivalent in New Vegas. I guess I won't spoil what it is because we might end up doing it depending on how my New Vegas playthrough goes. But there is a quote-unquote factionless equivalent in that one. But in this one, my understanding is in order to get the proper ending, you have to side with one of the 4 factions. I feel like you guys, Bethesda specifically, wrote him that way, honestly. But yeah, my understanding is that you have to side with one of the 4 factions. And to be fair, we've only seen 3 of them so far. I haven't told you what the 4th one is. I have griped about the 4th one, but I haven't told you what it is yet, so... Alright, where am I going? Let's see here. Just north of the National Guard training yard, which is still cleared. That's cool. Alright, let's head back there then. I could use a vertibird to go there, but again, I still don't have my signal grenades with me. I really should go back to my house and grab those, because there may be a point in time where I actually want those, rather than just generic fast traveling. So, oh boy. I'm also kind of glad now that I took not only Black Widow, but all of my Great Mentats with me, because I get a distinct feeling it's going to take a lot of convincing for them to not kill Dance. I'm going to have to thread the needle with this guy just like I did with my son. And by that I mean, when I say this guy, I mean Maxson. So that's fun. We've been avoiding the 4th faction for the sake of our quest log. Yeah, there you go. You mean it's time for drugs? Yes, this is the drug episode, yes. I've used 1 Great Mentats already. I'm probably going to have to use another one. I wouldn't be shocked. This is the persuasion episode, and by that I mean the drugs episode. So, how far out am I going here? Okay, there's an intersection. Go past the intersection, up the hill, and go there. Got it. Let's go find the road, buddy, and then we'll just head for the location marked on our map. And pray to RNGesus that more stingwings don't just totally come out of nowhere and own me. I remember walking around on this side of the map at one point, and there were stingwings that were just wandering around, and I was like level 8 with a pea shooter, essentially, so yeah, there they are. Knew it was going to happen at some point. Just didn't know when. Get back here. Let me heal myself before the poison takes too much of a hold on me. Okay, there we go. That was not a 4th stingwing, that was Dogmeat. Imagine fighting those with not power armor and 13 strength and a sledgehammer that deals over 100 damage. Imagine doing that with a gun that deals about maybe 20 damage a shot. It doesn't really work out. So... I'm going to assume that the listening post is right near here because I can see a helipad, so that's probably a good sign. Oh, good, we lost the default radio signal. Whoop, I'm being shot at. Hang on. Let me get this gun out. Mutated fern. I think we can get some quick and easy experience for that if I take that with me, so I'm gonna take that with me. With the drug guy at at Diamond City. So, well, we're here. Oh, okay. It didn't. I was like, we're here, but it didn't discover the listening post. So I was like, wait a minute. I had to walk slightly backwards to do it. All right, come on, buddy. Let's go see if we can find Dance before he does something that we all regret. Well, he killed a Protectron in the process. A little ammo. All right, well, I can find ammo right here. The 5.56 rounds, by the way, are for the assault rifle. We haven't seen an assault rifle yet, though, I don't think. But yeah, you can use it in the assault rifle. Which I think I mentioned the assault rifle before, and I said I think it's completely automatic. You can't make it semi-auto, but that's not true. You can actually make it semi-auto if you so choose. So. It can still benefit from riflemen. I think it's supposed to be like an upgrade to the combat rifle. I'm not 100% sure about that though, because it needs like really high gun nut ranks in order to upgrade, so it's probably why I haven't been a big fan of it, honestly, because it takes so much effort to get good. Alright.
Hostile target detected.
Well, I didn't want to do this either, but sorry. Speak to Paladin Dance. Oh, there's another Protectron. And I missed. Dance is probably like, what the hell is happening out there right now? Okay, didn't quite get enough there, so let's do it again to get the crit. I shouldn't need the crit, but, you know, I mean, I guess I can use it on this turret, to be fair. Watch out, buddy! I got this. Curve the bullet like wanted. Well, I can see him in there. Maybe if I get out of my power armor, he'll take it as a sign of peace. Maybe? Cigar box. Okay, well, hang on, let me see if I can grab whatever this thing has. Only 10mm rounds, okay. Yeah, that bullet, it curved. What the hell is in here? Hang on, Dance, I need to make sure we're not both gonna get mauled or something before we end this. Brahmin. A dead Brahmin. Oh, I guess I could go in that way too if I want to, but I think there's another door over here though, so I'm gonna get out of my... I actually don't know if I can go in this door though, yeah, because there's rubble blocking the way. Okay, well, I'll go to the other door and then I'll get out of my power armor real quick. Again, as a sign of peace, Dance, I want to talk. Yeah, let me leave it right here, actually. Take the core out. So Dance doesn't get any bright ideas and be like, ha, I've caught you. Alright. Great Mentat time. Paladin?
Hi.
I'm not surprised Maxson sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Isn't that kind of counterintuitive considering he's the leader? Wouldn't he be the exact kind of person to, you know, do the work?
I don't understand what's going on, Dance.
Believe me, this is more of a shock to me than it is to you.
Well, yeah, it's your whole life, so...
Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
I'll have to send her a nice gift when I get back.
Does Maxson even want me alive?
No, but...
No, but I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous.
What do you mean?
I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you.
Well, yeah.
I wish Maxson had sent someone else.
They wouldn't be as merciful, I suppose.
I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed.
Dance, that doesn't...
Disobey your orders. You're not only betraying Maxson, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for.
Well, I think the Brotherhood stands for stupid things.
Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled.
There's an exception to every rule, Paladin.
Brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction.
That wasn't technology's fault, Dance. That was the people's fault. Sure, the technology facilitated it, but...
The empathy that you're showing me, it's a human emotion.
I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I've made my decision.
Well, fie on your decision.
The consequences of my true identity. Maxson's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
If I have to pry the gun out of your hands, Dance, I will.
No. I won't do it, Dance.
I can't believe you'd risk your life just to keep me alive. Why would you do that for me?
Well, I'd love to say that Maxson's wrong, but let's appeal to his human empathy.
I've already lost my family. I don't want to lose my friend.
You're right. How could I have been so blind? I should consider how my death might affect the people that care about me. People like you and Halen.
Halen would be pretty
Perhaps
sad if
now
you
that
died.
You've opened my eyes. I can consider my next move.
So, well, let's just say I've got your back. We're trying to be supportive here.
Whatever you decide to do, I've got your back.
Thank you, my friend. But I have my own path to follow. The only clear choice is for me to leave the Commonwealth.
Well, that's unfortunate.
The sooner I make for the
How is Sheffield going to be protected? You know, Sheffield doesn't need protecting. He's beating the shit out of those blood bugs, so...
Your mission was a success, or Maxson will just send someone else to hunt me down.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually.
Come on, let's get the hell out of here.
Because I've already given some holo tags over to Brandis, and he took that as enough of a clear sight. Let's hope Maxson is as easy to convince as Brandis was. Alright, well, we got to get Dance out of here, and maybe help him get out of here. Out of the Commonwealth, that is. So, off topic AF, but you feel like trying to think of ways to at least have companies look at job applications instead of never saying anything when you apply. Yeah, I've had that happen before. It's not so much fun. Dance liked that. I got in the armor and the cooldown wore off. What does this terminal say? Monitoring terminal. Can't do that in Power Armor. Okay, well, I don't know what it says, but we'll figure it out later. Get your grape drugs ready. Oh, good, we're going to need them again. Should I wait until this one wears off, then? I think actually that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until this one wears off if there's more persuading to do. And then we'll go upstairs. So, because I don't know if using another one just resets the timing or what. So, we'll see. Let me read this first while I'm thinking about it. The system isn't sustainable. On topic, though. Time for more drugs. Juxtaposed together. Those are funny. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it would be a lot easier if they... I mean, I understand the convenience of running them through bots in order to make it easier to see who's what, but if you're just looking for those keywords, you're never going to find the right people, because sometimes people will put those keywords in because they know the system, and they just put them in so they can get a job, and that doesn't mean that they're going to be good at it. Anyway, Sergeant J.P. Rensky. Monitoring report. Captain Rutledge ordered me to take over long-range monitoring today. That means 4 weeks stuck in this bunker with only military rations, old magazines, and a transistor radio to keep me company. However, excuse me, I'll try and make the best of it by doing my job and monitoring the airwaves. Artwaves, yeah, that's great. For any suspicious transmissions. Maybe next month I'll get a more interesting assignment, but for now, time to kiss the light of day goodbye for a month. God, that must suck. I'm gonna take a drink before I read more. Just resets the duration, pretty sure. Otherwise, you could take like 10 and have 1,000,000 charisma. Yeah, that's true, actually. That is sound logic. Well, hopefully by the time we're done reading this monitoring terminal, it'll have worn off, and then... Well, even if it didn't, I'll just use another one once we get up there. Because I got a bad feeling I know what's going to happen when we get up there now that you mentioned that. Had a strange incident today. I was monitoring the low-band frequencies, the stuff normally used by outdated equipment, when I came across a very strange repeating message. It was in English, but it was very difficult to make out due to all the static. It stopped broadcasting after about an hour, but I made out a few phrases. Internal void, dreams are getting darker, and blood runs so still. The only other thing I picked up was what I assumed to be a call sign, D-E-K. I'm going to send these phrases over to translation in Washington as soon as possible. I wonder if that's anything in the world that we can go find. Anyway, I haven't heard a thing from Washington yet, so I assume they haven't come up with any answers. While I was waiting, I decided to continue monitoring that same frequency around the clock. I tuned in, but I haven't heard a thing in 4 days. I'm getting awfully anxious to hear something new, or for the translation guys to tell me what the heck I had heard, but for now I'll just have to wait. Next. I want him to find out. I woke up today to a banging noise on the elevator door like someone was trying to get in. I looked at the readout and it said the elevator's been in its locked down position since I got here, so that doesn't make any sense. I decided to activate the bunker's defense systems as a precaution and broke out the emergency rifle we keep locked up down here. I have to admit, a cold chill was running down my spine. The banging continued for almost an hour straight and then it stopped. I don't know why, but I have this strange feeling this is somehow related to that mysterious broadcast I intercepted. Or it could be related to the bombs falling and killing everyone outside, and those are the survivors trying to find shelter. It's been 5 days since the bang on the elevator, and Washington finally broke radio silence to tell me that the holotape recording they received was blank. Spooky. When I listened to my local playback, I discovered that they were right. My tape had nothing on it. When I mentioned the noises I heard, they told me it was possible I was experiencing auditory hallucinations from being isolated for so long. Oh, that's great. They said to hang tight and they'd send someone out to relieve me. It's possible that this isolation did something to my mind. Maybe I wanted to find a mystery to solve to occupy time so badly my imagination decided to take over. Whatever it was, I hope this doesn't go down on my permanent record. You know what? I kind of wanted him to find a solution, but the ending was pretty funny, so I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, so stick this in here. We'll take the power armor out with us. And then if it comes to a point where I'm going to need to persuade somebody, I'll get out of it and quickly Great Mentat before the problems start arising. All right, come on, buddy. In the elevator. Good boy.
Going up.
Okay. We'll let it load the Commonwealth because that's what it's currently doing. This is a loading screen disguised, or an elevator ride disguising a loading screen. So.
Ground floor.
That was a vertibird sound. I think I know what's happening out there. That means the Brotherhood is here, and bad things are about to happen. I don't know if they're going to fight or if we're going to need to convince them that this is not a bad thing, but here we go. The terminal's just a reference according to the wiki? Oh, okay. Okay, well.
It's not her fault. It's mine.
That's problematic.
I'll deal with you in a moment. Knight, why has this thing not been destroyed?
He's not a thing.
He's not a thing. He's one of your best men.
Have you taken leave of your senses? Dance isn't a man. It's a machine. An automaton created by the Institute. It wasn't born from the womb of a loving mother. It was grown within the cold confines of a laboratory.
Have you ever heard of in vitro fertilization, Maxson?
Machine is machine. The two were never meant to intertwine.
You know, it's fucking funny you mentioned that, actually.
It's taken the sanctity of human life.
I'll wait till it's my turn to talk.
All I've done for the Brotherhood, all the blood I've spilled in our name, how can you say that about me?
You're the physical embodiment of what we hate most. Technology that's gone too far. Look around you, Dance. Look at the scorched earth and the bones that litter the wasteland. Millions, perhaps even billions, died because science outpaced man's restraint. They called it a new frontier and pushing the envelope, completely disregarding the repercussions. Can't you see the same thing is happening again?
It's really not, though.
An arsenal of thousands, preparing to lay waste to what's left of mankind.
Oh, good. It's my turn to talk. So, I wish there was an option here somewhere where they talked about the Star Paladin program. And I'm going to talk about it right now. It might take too long. He might just say something to me or something like that. You mentioned that man and machine were never meant to intertwine, Maxson. Is that how you felt about the Star Paladin program in the Capital Wasteland? I read your terminals, like I said. Your men in the Capital Wasteland used their resources to prolong the lives of soldiers in the Capital Wasteland by intertwining man and machine and installing cybernetics into them. How is this any different?
Dance wants to save mankind, not destroy it.
You're as delusional as you are insubordinate. How can you trust the word of a machine that thinks it's alive?
You're a machine, biologically.
Its thoughts programmed, its very soul manufactured. Those ethics that it's striving to champion aren't even its own. They were artificially inserted in an attempt to have it blend into society.
It's true. I was built.
Nice spin. Thanks, Gamebryo Engine.
And some of my memories aren't my own.
Just, you know, totally ruin the immersion of the moment and the good voice acting by just...
When I defeated an enemy of the Brotherhood, I felt pride. And when I heard your speech about saving the Commonwealth, I felt hope.
If that isn't an impression of his humanity, I don't know what is.
I thought I was human, Arthur. From the moment I was taken in by the Brotherhood, I've done absolutely nothing to betray your trust, and I never will.
It's too late for that now. The Institute has foolishly chosen to grant you life. You simply should not exist.
I feel like you're not seeing the forest through the trees here, Maxson.
My orders stand.
It's all right. We did our best. You convinced me that I was wrong to be ashamed of my true identity, and I thank you for it. Whatever you decide, know that I'm going to my grave with no anger and no regrets.
Well, you're gonna have to wait a few years for that, Dance, because I'm still not okay with this.
Choice is yours.
You need to listen to me on this, Elder.
After all the sacrifices I've made, and all the battles I've fought for the Brotherhood, you need to listen to me. You owe me that much.
Very well. I'm listening.
Good. I've caught him in my web.
Whether he's human or not, Dance saved the lives of countless Brotherhood soldiers. Now it's time you saved his.
You're a stubborn woman.
You damn right I am.
It appears we've arrived at an impasse. Allowing Dance to live undermines everything the Brotherhood stands for. Yet you insist that he remains alive.
Absolutely.
Which leaves me with only a single alternative.
You pull a gun out, I swear to God.
As far as I'm concerned, you're dead.
Okay.
You're pursued.
Phew.
By this Brotherhood Knight, and your remains were incinerated.
I mean, I do have a laser gun, so that's not exactly
Forbidden to set
off
foot
the
on
mark.
Creekly, or speak to anyone from the Brotherhood of Steel.
So that's
Should
what
you
they
choose to
meant.
leave,
Okay.
No, you'll be fired upon immediately. Do we understand each other?
I do. Thank you for believing in me, Arthur.
Don't mistake my mercy for acceptance. The only reason.
Yeah, I still need to work him a little longer for the acceptance part, Dance.
I'm
That's going
returning
to take a
the
while.
Pipboy night. Take some time. Say your goodbyes. And then I expect to see you there. We still have the Institute to deal with.
Well, you're right about that part. Yeah, the voice actors did a really good job in that part there. It did. It felt like a very realistic exchange between two people with very different opinions on how things go. So, yeah, shoot him. Just do it. Even if what he's saying is bogus. Yeah, the VAs in this game did a good job of selling the scene. So, good props on them. That was well done. One of the log entries mentions a call sign DEK, which is a reference to their album Dead End Kings. Oh, so it's like a Swedish metal band. Okay. Also quotes some of the lyrics from the song Dead Letters from that album. Okay. So somebody on the development team just wanted to put a reference to a Swedish metal band in there. That's cool. Dance loved that. Are you okay?
Hey there.
It took a hell of a lot of guts to stand up to Maxson like that.
I've stood up to people worse than him since in the time that I've lived.
So what are you gonna do now?
I've decided to stay here. I didn't plan on spending the rest of my days at this old listening post, but it will have to do.
You sure about that? I feel like the isolation will turn you into
And
Brandis.
I'll be damned if I'm going to let you wander the Commonwealth alone.
I guess that's
Now,
fair.
You better get back to the Pridwin. In the meantime, I'll start making this bunker more livable. If you ever need me, I'll be right here.
Okay, fair enough. What should I tell Halen?
What about Halen?
I don't think Maxson knew she was involved, so she'll be safe.
And he flew away already, so that's good.
And let her know what happened here. It's the least I could do.
Just make sure it's on a secured channel there, Dance.
Goodbye, Dance.
Farewell. I hope the next time we meet, it will be under happier circumstances.
So I was kind of having an aha moment just there. They mentioned, I was mentioning it before, that I needed to move Dance to a different settlement. I don't know if he stays here or if he goes back to the settlement that you originally put him at after this quest is over with. But if he stayed at his default settlement, which was, well, Boston Airport, he would have been fired upon by the Brotherhood members, and there basically would have been a firefight every time I went back there. So that was why I was basically told move him just for the sake of any potential problems later. So now I know what that means. So again, I don't know if that's how it works, if he stays here or if he goes back there, but I mean, it's a Bethesda game, so I wouldn't put it past them. So this is why you love this quest. People love to knock on Bethesda voice acting with good reason, but that shit was good. Yeah, they did a well done job with that one. So I definitely enjoyed that one. Speaking of doing things in a weird sequence, so I guess I can start to spoiler alert a little bit now. I have learned of a little bit of how to do quests in a certain order to thread the needle a little bit better. The Brotherhood is devious, because if you turn this quest in, the next quest that they give you after this one basically turns off most of the railroad side quests, and they ask you to go kill them. And they give it to you automatically as soon as you talk to Maxson to turn this quest in. So we're not going to turn this quest in just yet. We can turn it in later. I have a plan, like I said, but yeah, we're not going to turn it in now because that will just result in problems, basically. Like they give you a warning with the Institute, but the Brotherhood just kind of sneaks that one in there on you, and it's not okay. So, at least as far as I'm aware. I didn't look into it too hard, but I did look into it, and they basically said, yeah, if you want to remain on good terms with multiple people, don't turn this in. It will not end well for you. So that's the plan. Anyway, we have to go back to the Institute, so we can do mass fusion. Talk to Ellie Fillmore. That's what we need to do. So before I do that, so that Dance doesn't get, you know, shot at by Institute coursers who are trying to retrieve him, let's fax myself to my house first, and then fax myself into the Institute after that. I'll take the power armor with me, though, before we do it. Okay, back home, buddy. We'll go reload and do a whole bunch of other stuff. Is there anything at my workshops? No, there's no exclamation points, so we're still good there. I just wanted to double check. Fast travel is currently unavailable from this location. Why? What would happen that would cause no fast travel? I wonder if that's going to stick, or... No, it's not. Okay, good. Both the Brotherhood and the Institute sneakily give you a quest to kill the Railroad. They're kind of a side faction. The real conflict is the Brotherhood versus the Institute. Yeah, they're the main players here. The other two are kind of, I don't want to say afterthoughts, but considering the fact that Bethesda was crunched for time by the end of this game's development, from my understanding, they might genuinely be afterthoughts. So, I'm addicted. Hold on, I need to fix that. Take this inhaler. Okay, and let's heal my radiation while I'm at it as well. Do a little rad away in. What time is it anyway? Let's see. 3:28 a.m. Okay. Fast travel thing is you don't walk outside and immediately fast travel away and accidentally skip the conversation with Maxson. Yeah, I guess that would kind of be bad, wouldn't it? That really wouldn't work out too well. Alright, sleep for a few hours. We'll have some more breakfast. I'll take Dogmeat's Teddy again because I haven't petted him in a while. We got to go on a road trip or something with him so I can pet him again at some point. We'll have time to do that when we do side quests, but until then, we'll just do this normal. Okay, so now that I just rad-awayed myself, I'm just going to, you know, casually give myself 2 extra rads because why not? Some water. And I have a mutated fern flower. Maybe I'll just turn this in real quick because it's already late enough outside to where I should be able to turn it in pretty easily. And then I can cook the dirty water as well. So I'll have the Deathclaw steak. Why not? Before I forget, let me take these signal grenades out of here. I'm probably not going to use them for a while, but you never know. They might come in handy. Attack of the Fishmen. So there are Sahagins in this world too. Great. Alright, anyway. Yeah. Okay, he's cooking. Prescriptions filled here.
You look like you need a prescription filled. Something to settle your nerves, let you chill.
I mean, I did just have some very crazy conversations. I'm actually looking for work because I know what you're looking for, and I can give it to you right now.
Looking for a job, if you've got one.
Yeah, I got something. Looking for a mutated fern if you find any.
How convenient.
Some grows out near Forest Grove Marsh. Natural radiation sucker. Be great for cooking Rad X or Rad Away.
Well, actually, I already have it.
Actually, I think I have something already.
Well, all right. Here's your payment. This plant's gonna be great to cook with.
He just really wants to make drugs, doesn't he? I guess he gave me a few drugs in the process, so he just really wants to get high, which I guess maybe Rad X and Rad Away gives you some sort of a high. He also gave me 100 bottle caps, so that's not too bad. But the more important thing is we reached level 29. So let's, oh, sorry, I was holding tab. But I don't need to hold tab because I can just do this. Alright, so here's the thing, right? So take a look at rank 2 of Iron Fist. Punching attacks do 40% more damage, so 20% more, and can disarm your opponent. Take a look at rank 2 of big leagues. 20% more than the last rank, gain a chance to disarm your opponent. They both give you a chance to disarm your opponent. Now let me ask you a question. Knowing how busted, broken, OP blocking is in this game, and to reiterate on how busted, broken, OP blocking is in this game, I can block a Super Mutant Behemoth's overhead smash with my bare hands and take 0 damage in the process. Why would I ever want my opponents disarmed? It gives them a better chance of blocking my attacks. Why would I make it easier on them? On top of that, I really only punch now against, like, you know, rad roaches and mongrels and generally things that can't block me or something that Dogmeat is grappling. So I think instead of doing that, I'm just going to, like, double down on Gunslinger and get the next 2 ranks in the next, like, 3 levels, basically. We'll just pump our points into guns since we've got enough for the low-end things that we punch. So I'll just take Gunslinger rank 3, and we'll go from there. We'll use our Rooted, because that gets me 25% bonus as well, as long as I stand still. So, alright, I think I'm going to take the mod off of, excuse me, this one Power Fist that we got. Yeah, this one. Because it's the, like I said, it's the energy one that I couldn't make myself, so I'll just take it in case I need it for the Furious one. So, dude, you're a druggie, not a prescription dealer. Yeah, he's
the one at Bunker Hill.
You know,
a bunch of people got killed or something. Total bloodbath.
It seems weird that he's cooking Rad-X and Radaway when Dr. Sun is right next to him, and he's like the you know, the actual doctor here. But whatever. Signal grenades weighing a full pound each is an actual crime. Yeah, that's not very Daijobu. It's kind of not okay. I have the carry weight for them, but it's still not okay. Yeah, disarming, it can be nice, yeah, so like if you're on top of somebody using melee and like they have a missile launcher or something ridiculous that you don't want to get shot with point blank, it can be nice, but it's niche. Because it's only like, I think that rank gives you like a 6% chance to disarm and it goes up to like 8 or 10% later. So, what did Charlotte do to start with so much strength? Remember, she worked at Thicket Excavations in construction for a couple of years because she couldn't get a job as a lawyer once martial law took effect before the bombs dropped. So that was what she did to start with so much strength. So there you go. Yes, be the true berserker. Just punch everything to death. If melee in Fallout 4 didn't make me nauseous, I would punch everything to death. But melee in Fallout 4 sometimes makes me nauseous, so I usually don't bother. Unless they can't block me. And it's weird, though, because I feel like that could have been a perfectly good perk that they could have you take. Like, there could have been a perk in the endurance tree that increases the efficacy of your blocking. And it could have had, like, 5 ranks, and then at the end, okay, at that point, sure, then I could block a Super Mutant Behemoth's overhead swing with my bare hands because I've invested 5 levels, and I'm at, like, level 40 in block. But, I don't know, they just don't, it just doesn't do that. And it makes me sad. I'm gonna stick these magnets in here. I don't think we'll need them anymore. I might need this though, so I'll stick that in there too. Just do a little inventory management while I'm here. Maybe I should stick this fusion core in like a safe place so that it stays at that level. Maybe I should stick it in here so I don't accidentally use it, you know. There it is. Stick it in there. Yeah, point blank fat man. There you go. Melee's great in VATS builds with the perk that lets you do short range teleporting. Yeah, the was it Blitz? I think it's at high agility if I remember correctly. Yeah. You need 9 agility in order to get it, but basically what it lets you do is it lets you teleport into people like from a distance with melee. It's really strong and it stacks with Rooted, so it's pretty powerful in combination, especially if you're stealthing it up, but I mostly don't stealth melee in this game, so there you go. It's a very solid strategy, though. It definitely, like, breaks the game in half. So, yeah. Well, I mean, you have to build up to it because you have to get stealthy enough in order to not be found when you punch something to death from teleporting into them, but, you know, How the fuck is Excelblum on Chapter 5 Sacred Stones and he's used less than 50 weapons? Oh, Myrrh with only 1 Dragonstone use kind of neuters her usefulness. Yeah, that's not going to be so good for Myrrh. She's going to have a hard time. Alright, back to the Institute. Yeah, and you can teleport to places you shouldn't be in. Like, if an enemy gets stuck in a wall, you can teleport into the wall or something. So, it's fun to mess around with. Or if an enemy is, like, up a flight of stairs from you or up on a level that you can't reach from there, you can teleport to them as long as you have clear line of sight. So that's also a lot of fun. So there you go. Alright, so, mass fusion. Again, I have a plan. I think it'll work out. I don't know for sure, but we're going to find out very shortly because I'm about to go see what this is all about. Okay, so there's my son. Gotta find Allie Fillmore. That's who we gotta find. She's this way, it looks like. Oh, okay, thanks for the info. I don't know how you managed to voice that directly into my brain, but sure, why not? When do you get to burn the Institute to the ground? Started, a house divided, talk to Newton Overly. Okay.
Busy day for you, isn't it?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I'm leading the operation. What's the operation?
What the hell is this operation about? Hey, relax. We wouldn't send you off without the proper information.
Okay,
Recent
good.
events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech.
Because you guys couldn't develop it yourselves down here?
Agitator for us.
What's a beryllium agitator? I know what beryllium is, but...
What's a beryllium agitator? The details would be lost on you. No offense.
No, I still need to know what it
Allow
is.
us to boost the reactor's power and get it running sooner than planned.
I guess that's
Just
good
keep me
enough.
safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
What do you mean? You're gonna come with me?
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I could handle this by myself. Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's all. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come back in one piece.
Are you gonna, like, go out there in a big suit of armor or something? Because it might be hard to keep you alive in your Institute lab coat.
You're going? That complicates things. Not really, no. I admit I'm not fond of going up top, but I promise to stay out of your way. This device we're after, it's very sensitive equipment, and it's pretty damn old. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just that I trust myself more.
That
So,
sounds
put up a stink,
about
then we get moving.
right for this faction, honestly. Okay, I guess you can come.
Sounds good. I'd appreciate the company. Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless there's no other option.
Yes, you made that abundantly clear,
Options
Allie.
dwindling quickly. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area.
Really? I wonder why they're doing that.
Head on up to the relay, and I'll meet you there.
Alright, sure. Let me just go pick up my stuff from my quarters first, and then I'll meet you there. We will not be meeting her there. You can bat attack an NPC like the vendor in the Brotherhood airship, cancel the attack, and then you'll just be back there with them. And you can steal his plunder. That's funny. Mass fusion's the point of no return for both sides, so don't do that yet. Yeah, like I said, I have a plan for how I'm going to handle it. It's, complex, I guess. Like, to the point where I'm not even sure if Bethesda intended for things to work this way, but... Okay, I'm back in my quarters. There's no door on the bathroom? What kind of savagery is this? Who do you guys think you are? You think you're civilized? You call this civilized? Fuck you, I'm leaving. Okay, so, we have two choices in mass fusion. We can either relay to mass fusion, or we can inform the Brotherhood that they're going to mass fusion. Guess which one I'm doing? Back to the Pridwin. You know, there's some weird sequence that you can do. You think you know what you're talking about, but you don't remember it offhand. It will make more sense once we do this part right here. Because I've seen what happens when you do this, and it's, again, it looks like... Sir, are you okay? Do you need me to, like, call a doctor? Dogmeat, can you please not... I'm running before this turns into a big, huge problem. This is not going to work out for anyone involved, so let me get in here before my dog falls off the airship. A-pose! A-pose! What is it with the... whatchamacallits? What is it with the vertibird pilots and doing that? Like, the one guy was just out of his vertibird, and now this guy's doing that. Like, what the hell? What, you don't appreciate the open plan bathroom? I think I'll pass. Let me stay away from Kells, just in case.
Proctor Ingram, the Institute wants me to get something called a beryllium agitator from the ruins of mass fusion.
Start Liberty Prime's reactor. And then this falls into our lap.
So this beryllium agitator can get Liberty Prime up and running?
Keep it away from us. Either way, we should both head over to mass fusion to get our hands on the beryllium agitator first. That's if you don't mind a little company, of course.
To be fair, I would kind of rather that you go than, you know, Allie Fillmore in her lab coat go. I'll probably need your help anyway. I don't understand the tech.
Yeah, it would be helpful if you tagged along.
I knew you'd see it my way. Grab whatever gear you need and meet me on the flight deck. But don't take too long. This could be our best chance at securing a power source for Liberty Prime.
So, if you inform the Brotherhood, you start the quest Spoils of War. Now you have a choice. You can either go back and do mass fusion and just say, fuck you, Proctor Ingram, I just told you that to rub it in your face, and you can go back and do it for the Institute. Or you can do Spoils of War and fly to mass fusion for the Brotherhood to take the beryllium agitator for them. You can't do both, and you will anger whichever faction you decide to fuck over by doing this. So if you're not sure yet which one you want to side with, go do side quests for the both of them now, or else you will anger somebody and then all of the side quests that you have with them will probably fail because they're mutually exclusive with one another. So I, however, know what choice I'm making, and the choice is not the Institute. They gave my boy cancer, and that will not stand. Even if I have to work with people like the Brotherhood. I'll walk on eggshells with the Brotherhood, but I can't work with the Institute. It's just not, Nobody messes with my kid and gets away with it. I wonder if that guy's going to be A-posing over there again.
I'd stay away from ferals.
I mean, just take some Rad-X. That's all you need. Alright, so that one takes you to the airport. This one will take us to mass fusion. Where did I leave my power armor? Did I leave it at home? I should probably take it with me, shouldn't I? I probably should have grabbed it before I left, although then I would have had it in the Institute, and that would have been a little bit bad. I hope Proctor Ingram doesn't mind me going home, grabbing it, and then coming back. I'm gonna go do that, actually. Because I've been in mass fusion when it's not in this mission, and those gunners are nasty, so, you know. Maxson can at least be convinced he's not hopeless even if he is a zealot. Sean is a lost cause. I mean, not just because of the fact that he's been, you know, born and bred by the, well, not born, but basically, you know, told by the Institute what to think all his life. He's also dying, so even if I convince him, there's only so much he can do between now and the end of his life, and nobody else at the Institute trusts me. Again, they all think of me as some sort of a weird mutated growth from the surface that he's just overly attached to. So, yeah, not gonna work out. So, we all know where this is gonna go then. we know we're not working with the Institute, so we'll just say sorry, son. I feel like this happened really fast, though. Like, I guess the railroad kind of happened really fast too, but that's because I didn't really work with them at all until late in the game. But this is, when I went to the Institute, that's like almost as early as possible to get in there with them. I could have done a few less quests, I guess, to get to them, but that's it. You get to them for like 2 episodes, and then all of a sudden, you have to choose between us and someone else. It's like, holy shit, man. That was fast. Alright, let me reload real quick before we go in there. I get the feeling I'm going to need all the firepower I can get, so. Like I said, if there's gunners in there, they were pretty nasty. I suppose the Institute will probably send people too, since I'm screwing them over. So. Let's find out. But yeah, so here's the prompt. Boarding the vertebrate to mass fusion will make you a permanent enemy of the Institute. Are you sure you wish to proceed? I gotta tell you, their teleporting thing, without spending any time to fast travel, was pretty nice while it lasted. But, okay, bye. Not enough to convince me to not enough to convince me to screw everyone else over. I was gonna say, Dogmeat, get in. We're going for a ride. Now watch all the quests that happen here. So there's a failed one. That one makes sense because we went mutually exclusive. Probably the side quest that I just got from them will also fail. Yep. Funnily enough, Sean isn't actually essential. You can murder him for being a dickhead at any point. It just makes everyone hostile. Oh my god. I did not want to do that. I didn't even think about it. Started. Banished from the Institute. Am I not enemies with them? How do I return to the Institute? Oh yeah, I should probably tell Desdemona that I can't help Z1 anymore. Huh. That would probably be important. We failed Underground Undercover because you have to keep working with the Institute in order for that one to keep going, I would assume. Because you're a spy. But yeah, any side quest that you were doing with the Institute will probably fail once this happens, so... you know, that won't work out too well if you're planning on doing those. So do those before you do this.
Damn synths, they're crawling all over the place. Send them out before we drop.
I'm trying to. As I say, the thing isn't spinning up. There we go. Your technology is faulty. It's not spinning up for me. Alright, there we go. Hold her steady! And this minigun is unruly as hell. Come on, man, I almost had that guy. It would help if I had, like, you know, any points in heavy gunner at all. Legendary Synth Patroller will probably also take a while to kill. It'd also help if I had, like, crosshairs of any kind. I'm only getting hit markers. I suppose I could just do this. But that doesn't really look like it's working out too well either. Okay, you do that. I'll take care of the legendary Synth Patroller. Maybe bring me around so I can actually shoot at them. Okay, got that one at least, so. Are we, hang on. Press enter to jump from the vertibird. Come on, Dogmeat, we're going! I think, if I can get out of it. Hold enter? I can't get out. Hang on. There we go. Now I'm out. Sir, I'm going to use you as a blood bank for my critical hit meter so I can shoot that synth patroller in the face. Thank you for your service. Okay, where's the... aha. Okay, so he has mutated, so that's good. Now, let me just take that one off for you there. Did I get all the... no, I didn't. I missed the one shot. Okay, well, back to this. Take a little off the side for you there, sir. There we go. Next. There you are. That's not gonna work. There we go.
I must end your existence.
Are you going to do that with a smile on your face? Because you sound like you're gonna do that with a smile on your face. Yeah, that minigun is inaccurate AF. It'd be nice if I had, like, a little bit in heavy gunner so I could actually fire it and not be, like, completely useless with it, but I have no points in heavy gunner, so it doesn't really work out very well for me. Are they outside or are they up here?
Our termination is inevitable.
Are you in here? No, that's nuclear. Ah, there you are. Okay, that worked pretty good. Now, just to inundate him with lasers. There. Long story short, both the Brotherhood and the Institute want a fusion reactor for their own reasons, and we chose the Brotherhood. Yes, that is correct. So, oop, having some trouble over here. Are you up there? You are up there. Okay. Ingram, I don't have a shot, and I don't remember where the stairs are. Does anybody have a shot? Okay, here we go. Found the stairs. Dogmeat, I'm coming. Hang on. Was he really in this corner the whole time?
Statistically speaking, your survival is improbable.
I'm confused. Is he outside? Ingram is looking up at him. He's outside upstairs. That's where he is, because there's an upstairs part here, isn't there? Hang on. I might be able to find it if I look around. Dogmeat, how the hell did you manage this one? You managed to, like... Hang on, before I forget. Sentinel's Chinese officer sword. Alright, cool. That's fun, I guess. Although I got Sentinels again, so that might mean that the legendary items have reset now? How the hell did you find this guy, Dogmeat? I can't see him. He must have killed him, because I don't see any hit markers anymore. I really fucking hate that I can't find him, because he's beating my dog senseless and it is killing me inside listening to that sound. Where are you? Okay, I found more stairs. Hold on. Here we go.
Hello?
Goodbye! Fuck you for beating my dog. I'm going to give you the most merciless death I have in my arsenal. Are you okay? You should have told me. I would have been able to come up here a little easier if you'd have just told me where you were going. Good lord, man. Don't take those fights by yourself. We're a team, remember? Okay, sorry, Ingram. I was having a conniption about my dog getting beaten senseless. It was not okay. That is not what this project is about. This project is about honoring his memory, not getting him beaten senseless. Mass Fusion Executive Lab password. That's probably helpful. Executive ID, some money.
Bet that's gonna come in handy.
Probably get me on the computers a little bit easier. So I feel like in universe, Charlotte is strong enough to use both pistols at once and is just John Wooing it up all over the place. I could see it. I kind of wish I could do it, to be honest, but I can't, unfortunately. Oslo's office recording.
You knew that this was coming. I don't understand why you're acting this way. Don't tell me to calm down, Carl. When we started designing the beryllium agitator, you said it would be for the benefit of mankind. Instead, I find out that you have been planning on turning it over to the military all along.
I mean, that's par for the course in this universe.
Don't give me that high and mighty attitude.
He sounds so evil.
There's a war going on out there, Doctor. And if our side is going to win, it needs all the help it can get.
Like, this Oslo guy sounds like a Saturday morning cartoon villain.
Did science start taking sides?
And he's being accosted by Garrus Vicarian.
Favors, a goddamn medal. That's enough. Like it or not, when the testing cycle is completed, I'm crating up the agitator and sending it off to Washington.
I feel like that's not going to work out for you, man.
You have two choices.
Sorry, Dogmeat. I'm shining the spotlight into your eyes.
Or you can get the hell out of my building.
Well, that wasn't very nice of him. Let's put that away. Oslo's office recording. There we go. Maybe I should have given Elder Maxson the holo tags. I guess he didn't ask for them. No, I think I need to keep them because I think they're quest items until I turn in Blind Betrayal, actually, so, yeah. Yeah, Garrus's VA is in this game, and so is Ashley Williams' VA. She's some of the Brotherhood scribes and knights, so she's they're both in here. They found some work after they were done on Mass Effect 3. So, personal intra-mail, 73077. As per your instructions, the beryllium agitator has been installed in our primary reactor on sub-level 1. I've also increased security on all of the key readers in the building so that you'll need your executive keycard handy if you want to use any of the elevators. I'd like to go on official record that I am opposed to accelerating the project's schedule. I find it disturbing that current events, e.g. global unrest, hasn't had an effect on your decision. While I realize your recent contact with the U.S. military may be making it difficult to follow a rational course of action, I urge you to reconsider. I thought this is exactly why you left Poseidon, Carl. Yeah, Poseidon was a military installation, so... Wow, first Ashley Williams and then the Brotherhood troops. That voice actor just can't escape being a racist, huh? Yeah, she's been given a raw deal in both games. Oh, Ashley Williams. Poor Ashley Williams. Her opinions just don't jive. I've been monitoring the reactor for weeks now, and the beryllium agitator is running at peak efficiency. In fact, I've only detected an EM spectrum decay of less than 1,000%. That's pretty good. If you were hoping for a stable plasma reaction, it looks like you've found it. Congratulations. Perhaps you and the military should open a bottle of champagne together. Very actually genuinely malding about this. Different person, HR coordinator. As of this morning, Dr. Noel Chandrish was escorted from the building, and his contact with Mass Fusion has been terminated. His terminal's memory has been wiped, and all of his research transferred to our mainframe. Dr. Chandrish has been made aware that any attempt to seek employment at a rival nuclear power company will result in a lawsuit. As per his contract, his pension and his benefits are now frozen. If there's anything else you need from HR, please let me know. How is he going to file a lawsuit when martial law is in effect? I mean, I guess that's for criminal stuff, and that would have been a civil lawsuit, so. I was a criminal lawyer, not a civil one. I probably could have swapped over, but you know. All employees are invited to the 2077 holiday celebration. We'll be holding the festivities on the roof of our main headquarters this year, so you'll be able to dine with a loved one while overlooking our beautiful city. A full bar and live music will be on hand, as well as a special fireworks display at 10 p.m. Hope to see you there. What day was that? Oh, like a month before the bombs dropped. Okay, because I was going to say, they're going to see fireworks all right, but not those fireworks. Oh, well. Ashley can suck on that bomb in every playthrough as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I've saved both of them in my playthroughs. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent to both of them, to be honest, to both Caden and Ashley. Oh, okay. Thanks for that, Ingram. Anyway, let's get this thing working. Do I need to hit a switch or something? I must have to hit a switch or something, because the elevator's not going currently. Oh, more Nuka-Cola for Sheffield. It's pointing me to this button. It can't be. Something must be above me. Our brains went to the same place. How close was that to the bombs dropping? Yeah, not close enough to kill all of them. It definitely wouldn't have been Happy Festival fireworks, though, if they did. So, I wonder if it's up on that other floor that the other synth was on, up here. And I'm just getting confused, which is about right. I mean, that's about par for the course around here. So, I'm not going to take the rifles anymore because I don't think I need them, to be honest. They just don't really, they aren't really necessary anymore. I've got so much ammo, I don't think I would need it, so. Okay, I don't know where I'm supposed to go now because I clicked the button, but the elevator no go, and I cannot unlock advanced terminal, and the HUD marker's not showing me anything. Funnily enough, you wouldn't mind if she even had some reason to be biased against aliens, but they just weird her out, I guess. Yeah, it's odd. Oh, you know what? I didn't see this ID card reader. That's my bad. This'll, yeah, I was gonna say this'll get it working. I'll send it back up for you once I get down myself. Why didn't I just jump off the building? I probably could have done that, and then Ingram and Dogmeat could have, come down this way so we could initiate a pincer attack against anything that's down here. Sometimes I really wonder what my brain is doing, because it's not working, evidently. Okay, Mass Fusion building. So we're loading into the actual building. That was the executive suite. Charlotte pressed the elevator recall button and wondered why it didn't go down. Yeah, that was me. That was my dumb brain interfering with Charlotte's usual smartness. That was out of character because it was very stupid, so I apologize for that. Dogmeat, if the shooting starts, get behind me. You're not going to be helpful here. Sorry, but you're kind of stuck in an elevator in a ranged shooting situation. Okay. You keep mopping them up, I'll keep knocking them down. Hang on.
Threat neutralized.
There we go. I mean, if you're just going to send the regular synths, this is just going to become a shooting gallery, basically. Hang on, I'm out of ammo. Reloading! Shot him in the crotch. Don't think he can feel that. Doesn't have the balls, literally.
Something's out there.
You don't say.
Target down.
God, this gun is so dumb. Instigating is such a good effect, man. I understand it's not the most powerful legendary effect in the game, but God, if it isn't satisfying to just one-shot stuff sometimes.
Detonating explosive charge.
Explosive? That's not good. Everybody hang on to something, because we are going to go down pretty quick.
Damn it! They've knocked out the power to the elevators.
Sounds like we need to work on that, then.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
Oh, hello.
By order of the Institute, you must be destroyed.
Hang on, I missed. Yeah.
Repairs impossible. Berlin actuator damaged.
I should probably just use my weapon, like my actual, this stuff, my guns. I did just take Gunslinger rank 3, so I might as well take advantage of that, you know. Watch out, Ingram, I'm trying not to shoot you in the process. Why am I not just shooting in VATS, considering this is my VATS gun? He doesn't have the balls, but he does have the nuts and bolts. So it must have hurt a little bit then. Perhaps. If you kick a synth in the nuts, does he feel pain? Because that makes him as human as any synthetic could ever be. I mean, if I'm being honest, they already said that they dream back when we went into the robotics division that one time, so. Where the hell am I going? Ball peen hammer. Product development terminal. Sure, why not? We didn't go in here before, so I guess we might as well look into this stuff a little bit. Ah, from that Chandrik guy again. Kathy, I just wanted to let you know that your work on the agitator has been invaluable. The shielding has always been a problem, but the use of graphene in the alloy was a stroke of genius. I just wanted to let you know that I'll be recommending you for a promotion this year. Good work. Nice. So this guy doesn't sound like he's so bad, which is why he had an ethical problem with how they were doing things and why he got kicked out. Kathy, would it be possible to get a full sheet of your composite alloy within the next week? Carl's pressuring me to get the beryllium agitator online by the end of the month, or heads are going to roll. If you run into any problems, let me know. Now, don't be a dickhead to Kathy. She didn't do anything wrong. You're a miracle worker, Kathy. Good. The graphene composite shielding was the last component holding us back from getting the agitator online, and you got it done in less than a week. I don't know how I could have done this without you. Another job well done. Keep this up, and you'll be a developer lead in no time. I kind of hope Kathy got a promotion, but considering he was talking to her, I'm not so sure she did. And that sucks for Kathy. Because she probably deserved a promotion. I'm just gonna, let's say, I don't think I need to bother with that. I think I can just hop over this stuff. And do this. Ah, circuit breaker. Okay, this should get the elevator back online. Hi, buddy. You ready to go for another ride? Whoa. Alright, we're going down again, I think. Everybody in? Nice jump.
Going down.
Proctor, are you gonna... Okay, well, I guess I'll take these guys with me. I guess I can use them as shielding in case I need it. The bobblehead is right there, by the way, on top of that statue, so we're gonna go grab that. I don't think I mentioned it, but if I didn't mention it, there's another bobblehead in here, and we're gonna go grab it before we leave this place, so... Hello. Oh, I have a crit. Good. Can use it now. By the way, I'm pressing the tab key to get out of VATS faster after doing a critical hit. So in case everyone's wondering how I keep getting out of VATS so quickly, that's how. Nice. That'll give me another one. Hope she enjoyed the promotion for the 3 months she had left. Damn. Yeah, that's some shit, but you know. I hope she enjoyed it while she was at it anyway. Oh, okay, I meant to do this, but no, just bash him, Charlotte.
You must die.
Oh, okay, this isn't working out, so I'm just gonna shoot him. All right, so we got to go up a couple of floors to get to that bobblehead, and then we'll head out over there, because over there is where the next elevator is to get us down to the basement level. So that's where we'll go. I wonder if the water here is any good. Nope. Definitely not.
Engaging hostile life form.
Would you like to engage faster? I'll engage you right to the afterlife, sir. Oh, hello. Nice work, Dogmeat. Get him in a grapple so I can blast him. There we go. Good job. I'm still taking the fusion cells, even though I really don't need them all that badly. Generally speaking, I guess the gunners aren't in here now, but I guess generally speaking, if we find synths in our way, I think we're going in the correct direction. So, hello. Okay. I think we're going in the right direction anyway. I could be wrong. That was the bathroom, so am I going to be able to get anywhere from here? Oh, okay, yeah, the wall is crumbled, so there you go. Really hope those dog whines are stock noises and not ones they recorded from the actor dog. Yeah, that would be fucked, wouldn't it? If they had the actual dog that was Dogmeat's voice actor record those. Like, the only thing I can imagine with that being ethical is if they, like, if the dog was, like, separated from their owner or something like that, and they were just whining because they couldn't get to their owners or something. Like, that's about the only way I could see that being. I mean, that's still not cool, but at least, I mean, the alternative is Bethesda beating the dog while they're, you know, on the microphone, which would be pretty much grounds for me to never buy anything from them again, and also hope that they die in a fire. So, you know. Mass Fusion Records Administration. Jenny, have you given any thought to my proposal? You haven't said anything to me in over a week, and now I'm afraid I scared you away. I'll wait for you in the cafeteria after work if you want to meet. This doesn't sound all that important, but I guess it's not too long, so I'll just read it. It's been weeks now and you keep avoiding me. Why? What have I done wrong? Why are you tormenting me like this? You keep saying you have plenty of time to decide, but I feel like our time is running out. Please, Jenny, I need an answer. This man was psychic. That's the wrong one. Come on now. There you go. They have to induce some kind of stress, yeah, but I'll just assume they're stock. Yeah, that's probably better for all of us so that we're not, like, accusing Bethesda of being unethical to animals. That would be terrible, and I would hate that. Anyway, Jenny, I'm sick and tired of all this waiting. I have plenty of others lining up to take your place, you know. The fact that you keep leading me on only makes me think you're beginning to enjoy watching me get upset. Well, guess what? If you don't let me know soon, I'm moving on to someone else. A month later. I've been a fool, Jenny. An impatient, impolite fool. I've been bothering you for months about my proposal when I should have simply waited for your answer. I've made all sorts of false accusations and assumptions. For that, I'm sorry. Take as long as you want, Jenny. Maybe after the holidays you can give me your answer. For now, let's just remain friends and not let anything else come between us. What a simp. I don't know what the hell those two had going on. It's not so good for any of them. Alright, synth and synth. So, one of you gets the bullet. The other one gets the lasers. I guess he can still hold the guns. That's good on him, I guess. Hello, Strider. I only need one more, so... Oh shit, you found the computer terminal of an incel. Yeah. I guess they exist in all worlds, don't they? Oh, hello. Come on, give me something to shoot at. I guess I'll just do that and just load a whole bunch of them up. I have the sensor array now, so I should be able to shoot a little easier. There we go. You've got a little bit of armor on you there. Let me relieve you of that. I love how I can see the bullet, just like the streak of the bullet across the sky as it flies towards him if I get out of VATS fast enough. Alright, we're going up again. I'm getting closer. It's right there. I can see it. And once we get it, I can drop down and we can do what we're supposed to do here. Nothing in this desk.
Hello.
Hello. Happy face.
Is someone present?
Gee, I wonder. I'm going to use your friend as a bank for my crits real quick, and then I'll get back to you on that one. I'll just reload in VATS, it's easier. Nice calming music for this last kill. Yes, hello, smiley face. This is what I mean. Sometimes I just, like, I hear them talk and I feel bad for them, even though they're like, you know, just a bunch of bolts. It's like they're endearing in a way. I got him. Alright, so statue's right here, right? Yep. So, Dogmeat, don't follow me right now. I'm out on a precipice, and that's not good for you. But you know what's good for me? Yes. The strength bobblehead. Increases my strength by 1 permanently. We now have 10 strength when we're outside of the that there power armor. I think we still have 13 strength in it, though, because of the motion assist servos. But, you know. I wonder if I'll die if I go in this. Like, just a bottomless pit. No, but it is a convenient way to get back down, so... Ah, okay, so that's where the gunners went. Are you okay? Where did you go, my boy? My boy? Hello? Did you try to jump down after me? Your legs aren't made of metal. You can't be doing that. I don't know where he is. There he is. You okay? Alright, come on. Let's take Ingram and head on down. I don't know where she is, but she'll probably just, you know, teleport into the elevator with us, so... Come on, buddy. Watch your tail. There you go. Yeah, no dog power armor mod. I want it. I need it. Dogmeat needs to follow me into battle in power armor. Gen 2 sensors strangely charming. Yeah, they have that little bit to them, you know. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but... Alright, we gotta get out of the elevator. Everybody can't be standing in the same place at once. There we go.
There it is. Mass fusion's reactor. Don't make them like that anymore.
Okay, well, we're not getting in that way. It looks like this is just prototype lab terminal. Carrot. Let me check this real quick, and then we'll head on out. Do some hacking. We haven't done any hacking yet, so likeness 1 sends. Oh, I got my tries reset. Nice. That's helpful. There's another one. Let's see here. At I'm probably missing like 1 or 2. Oh, there's another one. Sometimes I miss them. It's not that bad. Like usually we can manage it no matter what. So, all right. So is it an S at the beginning? No, because there's nothing with an S in the beginning now. So we've got Freeze, Pax, Jones, and Helps. Jones is likeness 2, so it's Freeze.
That's it.
Yeah. More research intramail Protectron control. That might be helpful. To reactor team from Shandrick again. Today we embark on a new frontier. Once the switch in the reactor is thrown and the beryllium agitator cold starts the fusion reaction. Oh, that's how that works. Okay, it's like a cold starter for it, like a excuse me, like a car key, basically. The reality of clean power nuclear energy will be upon us all. As the research lead in this project, I'd like to thank you all for contributing to the cause. Good luck and Godspeed. Cool. Tamash reaches into his pouch and sprinkles his communing dust in a circle around himself. He closes his eyes and calls upon the knowledge of Dealagasa. Dealagasa, sage of the ages, show me what my eyes can't see. What? Are you guys high? Another one. Tamash stops. They're playing D&D on their work terminals. Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't get it for a second. My bad. Tamash stops casting and switches to his staff of brilliant sunlight. He incants the words and raises his staff high over his head to illuminate the room. He proudly yells aloud, "Dark foe, prepare to be revealed!" These guys are a bunch of crazy people. Why would you do this on the work terminal? You're gonna get fired. Do you know how much turnaround there was in the Fallout universe right before the bombs dropped? Tamash drops the staff, reaches into his left front pocket, and pulls out a pinch of sulfur powder. He incants the Flame Blaze spell and blows it into a pile of powder towards the beast. If it works, the thing has to make a -5 fire check. Well, that's fun. Protectron control. This interface you use our APCO license, blah, blah, blah. 1 unit's connected to this terminal. Activate, choose personality mode. Okay, so I can't deactivate, or they are deactivated. Sorry, Ingram, I'm trying to make our job easier. I don't know if it worked. All I got was a bunch of D&D players. Ingram be like, what the hell is D&D? Is that some sort of medical compound? No. No, it's not. Attendance terminal advanced. Well, we're not getting into that one. So that's the reactor in there, huh? I got a bad feeling I don't want to know what's behind those doors. Because I can't unlock them. Restricted area, unauthorized persons, keep out. I feel like that'd be broken. What, like, taking care of the, Protectron control, maybe? You'll find out! Oh, no. Oh, no! This is gonna be bad, isn't it? Alright, Proctor. What's our,
Ingram?
Looks pretty dangerous in there.
What's our thought?
You have enough radiation
Oh, the dog
protection on
power
you?
armor. Yeah, that would be pretty good, yeah. I actually have a bunch of Rad-X and I'm in power armor, so...
Yeah, I've got it covered.
Well, take these extra doses of Rad-X anyway. Can't hurt.
Sweet,
You know,
thanks.
This was a nuclear research facility. If you look around, I'm sure you can find something that'll do the trick.
Well, to be fair, I also have a hazmat suit underneath the armor, but I don't think I'm gonna need it, because this power armor together has,
Radiation levels are dangerously
over
high
1,000
Let me know
rad
if you need
resistance.
any radiation
so.
protection. I'll
Thanks,
communicate
Ingram.
with you through their intercom system while I monitor everything from out here.
Just be careful, because I don't like what those doors are ominously telling me.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait.
Please don't contaminate me like the one in Cambridge Polymer Labs.
Contamination sequence.
Well, blow me over. It didn't contaminate me this time. Pop a Rad-X. Because, oh dear lord, the Geiger counter is off the scale.
Should be in a port at the top of the reactor.
Okay. Yeah, I think if you come in here, you'd probably fry to death pretty quickly if you don't have some sort of radiation protection. I mean, it is, like, this is a very big fusion reactor, so not really shocked. Here it is, the beryllium agitator. Cool.
The building security
alert in
Oh, hell. Hang on, Ingram, I'm coming, Dogmeat. I have to assist.
What was that?
Come on, machine. Get me out of this place faster so I can help Ingram and... I don't have time to wait! Decontaminate me so I can get out there and help them before they die.
Decontamination complete.
Thank you. Alright, what are we fighting here? Oh, that's what we're fighting here.
Hostile target detected.
Alert. Hostiles may be in area.
Okay, well, that's a sentry bot, so that explains what we were going to be fighting here. Okay, so, now, can I hit the combat inhibitor? Or the fusion cores in this case? No, I cannot. I can take the arm off, though. Don't want to take both of them off, but I can take one of them off. You remember when the sentry bot at the National Guard training yard almost murdered us? That was fun. Oh god. Okay. Damn, power armor is helpful. Oh good, now there's assaultrons. Hang on, let me get the right gun out. Alright. Working on it, Ingram, working on it. Alright, take the leg off. Probably take her life while we're at it. And now for you. Hang on. I'll be right with you. Stop standing in fire. I know we've all danced in fire, but that does not give you an excuse to track this machine. I don't think that's how the song went. Whatever. You get the point. Oh good, now I'm being shot by a turret. We got them all. Whew. Oh, okay, hold on. I pressed Q to reload and I got this instead. That's fine. 2 fusion cores, that's nice. I have a bunch of extras now. Everybody okay? Ingram? Okay, you're good. Hang on, I'll put my gun away. Think standing in the agitator room is the highest amount of rads in the game by a huge margin. Make a save and step out of the armor if you want to see. We could do that. That sounds like fun. Hold on. Let me do this real quick so I can just see what we're dealing with here. Hold on. Hang on, everybody. We're going to see how much rads we're dealing with here. Sorry, Ingram. I know I'm playing, but this is a video game after all. So, what kind of radiation are we dealing with inside the agitator room? This is with Rad-X on, too. 8. It's still going up. 7. I'm willing to bet that we would probably fry if we went down there. 27. Rad-X is worn off. Okay, now I'm getting shot at by turrets. So. Now that's with Rad-X, so that's a pretty high amount. would not want to do again, thank you. Alright, well, we're done.
Ingram?
This place has seen better days, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, you could say that again. Alright, come on, everybody, we're heading out. I can't tell if she's saying that because the turrets still know where I'm at. Oh, okay, speaking of turrets, there's another one in here. Stay there, Dogmeat.
I swore over here!
I got him. Oh, okay. I guess if you don't have a hazmat suit, there's a hazmat suit here, so that's cool. Alright, everybody, let's get the hell out of here. Yep.
Stand clear. This is now a free fire zone.
Protectron Guardian is a pretty high level Protectron. No kill.
Threat neutralized.
Stop with all the killing. Well, we did it. We beat everything except the turrets inside the room, so. I mean, by doing that, you created a timeline where Charlotte is horrifically mutated by radiation. Aren't you glad that quick saves and quick loads exist? Because that would be horrible. Alright, Ingram, Dogmeat, let's get out of here. There's one other spot you remember, but it's involved in standing inside an active nuclear reactor. Oh, that wouldn't be good.
Make sure you get the agitator out of here.
Alright, sounds like a plan. I will take it with me and take it back to the airport. Alright, Ingram. I will see you soon. Keep fighting! I'm running! I could help them kill them, but she said get out of here, and I'll trust Ingram. I hope she doesn't end up dying from this. That would suck. She's one of my favorite Brotherhood characters. My god, I might change from a fun game suggestion to a game suggestion you probably won't like. Oh boy. Are we going back to Yggdra Union again, or do you have something else in mind this time? I'm not going to say I wouldn't like Yggdra Union, but I just might not be very good at it. So. Okay. Well, that takes care of that. We are in the heart of downtown Boston. So there is definitely some crazy shit going on. Am I in danger? I am in danger. What the hell has found me? Also, what's north of me here? Something. A building I could discover. I'm gonna wait till I'm out of caution, so I don't get shot at by something. Anything. No, you're not that predictable? Okay, so you're gonna give me an idea. Did think about Ocean's Heart just because you might like the writing, but you have another potential game. Oh boy. Gonna keep me in suspense. That's okay. I like suspense sometimes. Alright, let me see what happened there, because a whole bunch of quests failed and then got given to me. We're banished from the Institute, returned to the Institute, returned to Boston Airport. This is still marked for things to do. I don't think this is gonna work, right? Like, I don't think I can go into the Institute anymore because they're probably gonna, like, mark me as a dangerous entity, or if I go in, everything's just gonna be hostile and I'm gonna have to leave, right? Like, really? I can really go? Why? How? But Yeah, sorry, son.
After all I've done, the lengths to which I've gone to give you a new home, a new life, for us to be a family.
You don't understand the problem here, though.
From this point on, you are an enemy of the Institute. Should you cross us, we will kill you.
I was hoping that he wasn't going to say that, but...
And live whatever meaningless life you can.
Well, my son is now my enemy. That's unfortunate. I couldn't sway him. They didn't even give me a chance. That sucks. This is an execution chamber. I mean, if he would have riddled it with a bunch of bullets, that probably would have made a lot more sense, because then he could have just nipped me in the bud, but apparently he's fine with the idea of me just walking out of there. That doesn't seem like such a good idea from a strategic standpoint. This is very preachy for a man who can't say I love you too, yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Okay. So, time to go report to Desdemona then, since that's... They're probably going to want to know that I got kicked out. Because that wouldn't really work out all that well for them if they're relying on me to take care of all of that stuff for them. So let's go deliver the bad news. And then we'll figure out what we're going to do with this here beryllium agitator. I mean, I know what I'm going to do with it. I can't give it to the Institute at this point because he won't let me in, so... Okay, I know it's T60 power armor, but it's just me. I don't think you guys have seen me in the power armor yet, but here I am. Hello. Bad news.
It's not an easy road you've chosen, but you're never alone in this.
It's funny because I really feel alone a lot when I'm in the Institute with you guys.
Bad news. They kicked me out of the Institute. I can't get back in.
God damn it. We knew the whole operation was a long shot. I'm sure you did your best.
I could not sway my son into not fighting a war that he won't win.
I'm afraid we've lost our only chance.
So, do we have any other options?
Is that it? There's no other option?
Not with the railroad.
So with who?
The railroad simply doesn't have the numbers to do anything to the Institute. To forcibly free the synths in the Institute, you need an army.
And the Brotherhood won't work for that because they'll execute them.
Beat the Institute. The Minutemen.
They beat the Institute? When?
They're gone now. But I heard there was a remnant of the Minutemen operating out of Concord.
Really?
It's not much to go on, but unfortunately, that's our only hope.
Man, I wish I knew that earlier. I might have actually helped those poor people that were holed up in the Museum of Freedom.
Things are quiet. For now.
No, I wouldn't have. So now we're forced to go talk to the Minutemen. We don't have a choice unless we want to go as completely xenophobic asshole for the rest of the game, and I don't think Charlotte could live with herself to do that. So let's go talk to the Minutemen.
I guess subtlety just went out the window.
Just a little bit, yeah. Can you spoil things that are from content that's now locked out to you, or would you rather you not? No, that's okay if you want to do that. I'm okay with that. That's fine with me. Because I mean, I probably will play this game again later on to maybe check the other paths that I could take, but it's okay if you spoil it at that point, because I'd probably look them up myself anyway before that, so. You know, I just thought about something. We didn't turn this in yet, so that's a possibility. But as long as I hold on to the beryllium agitator, the Brotherhood can't start Liberty Prime up and go storming into the Institute without me. It brings a thought to my head about how I can make this work just a little bit better for everyone involved. Maybe. We'll see. I'm going to drop my power armor off back at home and then we'll head to Concord. Because that is where our next quest lies. 11:38 a.m. I guess I'm not sleeping tonight. Can't exit your armor here. Is it because I'm on an incline? There we go. The fun fact of the other huge source of radiation, if you get the agitator for the Institute, you have to walk into their reactor for phase 3, and put it in yourself. You remember that room having several hundred rads a second. Holy goddamn. That would probably kill you in a couple of seconds unprotected. I don't think I want to find out if it would. So, you know, I've got a little inventory management to do, actually. So I think what I might do before we go to Concord is I might do the inventory management while I'm here in Home Plate. And then you guys have seen me fast travel to Concord before. Hell, I might actually even just go straight to Red Rocket Truck Stop and just travel down the road to Concord, because our next mission, before we decide to kick the front door down with the Brotherhood, is to find the Minutemen, because I have a plan, and I may or may not elaborate on it depending on how much of the Minutemen are left on the next episode of Fallout 4, the Stream Edition, which will be happening on Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care, and have a good one. You know, buddy, sometimes I feel like you're the only one that I can rely on steadily, you know? You're always there for me. Let's hope these Minutemen are just as reliable as you've always been for us. That might happen, right?